I'm Marlene here to give a prediction for the Southampton versus Man United game, and we're coming off that very unexpected win over Liverpool, so you gotta follow up now. Like, this is the most important game. The next one's always the most important, and I wonder, we're gonna be up against a side who are gonna let us have the lion's share of possession. So are we actually going to be able to dominate this time? Because in the opening two matches, that clearly didn't work. But I mean, one thing we can take confidence from is that we have a very decent record against Southampton. But also, we potentially could see a debut from Casemiro. Finally, we actually have a CDM. And I would love to see him play alongside Eriksen and Bruno as the two eights. Now, for my prediction, I'm feeling confident. Hopefully, my hope is not squashed. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win for United.
Hi guys, I think Manchester United is going to win 2-0 over Southampton tomorrow at St Mary's. I was going to go for a lot tighter result, probably a 2-2 or a 2-1. But I think Casemiro's injection of defensive nous coming into the team, it's over Scott McTominay, which is very, very likely, according to Erik ten Hag, will be a massive contributing factor towards this game. For goal scorers, I'm going to say Marcus Rashford to keep his goal form up. Hopefully continues and tries to get a bit of momentum building for himself as his confidence player. And the other one, I'm going to go Christian Eriksen free kick out of nowhere. I'm just going to call it randomly.
The last game we played against Southampton, we drew 1-1, which was a bad season. One of probably the worst Premier League season we've ever had since the Premier League started as Manchester United. But looking at the performance and looking at Erik ten Hag and what he can bring and how these players, with the last two games was really bad, but this game against Liverpool was up there as probably, I would say, I've not seen Manchester United played a solid 90 minutes. That was very close to a solid 90 minutes performance. So going against Southampton, key players to look out for is Ward-Prowse, and I think giving away free kick, anything around the 25 to 30 yards out, I think may cause us problems with set piece. Can Southampton get beyond us? I think they can get behind the defence. But at the same time, I thought the defence, the back four, was very solid against Liverpool. Yes, we did conceal a sloppy goal. I would call it a very sloppy goal. But at the same time, I can see us going into the Southampton game and actually getting a 2-1. I will never ever say we won't concede a goal because Ten Hag is still there and we need to learn the system, understand it, and also make sure we're keeping a clean sheet at the same time.
So I think we're on form right now, and I think we've got the players in there who are understanding the system, which is fantastic right now. I'm really enjoying that. So when it comes down to it, I think if we can implement this every single game and follow instruction, we will win. We'll win, win, win. This is what the manager expects. So players have got to get on board. It's not about individual brilliance and that kind of thing. It's about the system. Systems win games, guys. That's what I believe. I believe in Ten Hag. I'm a disciple right now, and that's what's going to happen against Southampton. The system will win games again. No matter what they bring to us, I don't think it's strong enough to hurt us. You know, you could play Martinez against Shea Adams. We will control the game. You know, I don't mind. So anyway, get behind the team. I'm saying it's 2-0 to Man United. Complete control, ring generalship, and the system will win once again.
JF Stretford, Paddock, thanks for joining us on the watch along. We're away at Southampton and joining me, two absolute titans of the Manchester United fan base. Mr. Joe Smith, how are we doing?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm all right, and it's a new guest.
Yeah, well, he's new to you.
New to me.
We've got this,
Tom, yes.
the Stephen Tries podcast, the Stephen Tries channel.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, pal.
Back on the show again. How are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you.
So when was Tom last here? Because I wasn't here.
I can't remember if it was Brighton or Brentford, but it didn't
was
go
Brighton,
well.
First game.
Could have been worse.
But we've started winning football matches. Well, a football match since then, haven't we? Do you know what I mean? We're good again now, sort of, hopefully. With all that in mind, have you got the team news? Is that out now?
We do have the team news. And actually, I'm looking for it. It's unchanged from last week.
Oh, there you go.
So it's David De Gea.
No Ronnie.
Delot, Varane, Martinez, and Malacia. Then we've got McTominay keeping his place despite the
fact you've got one of the greatest midfielders ever in your squad.
Then it's Eriksen, Bruno Fernandes, and a front three of Elanga, Rashford, and Sancho.
So for me, the big surprise there isn't the Casemiro thing is slightly surprising, but I get it. You know, he's just moved, training, and all that sort of stuff. Do get involved in the comments as well because it is live. Let us know what you think of that lineup. Give us your score predictions. Let us know about any thoughts you have regarding this game or anything else. You just want to tell us your thoughts about anything.
Any inventions?
Yeah. I sat next to an inventor here.
Stay tuned for that.
But for me, Tom, the Ronnie thing, especially with I know Marshall didn't start last week, but he's out.
Injured
I
knee,
thought, Ronnie might have come in because Elanga did okay, but he played a half.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at all, or do you think it makes sense to stick with a winning team?
Yes, to be honest, I thought it was an easier decision on Monday to drop Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to read into it, whether it meant that he wasn't fit and he was going with, a lot of runners up top and perhaps Ronaldo will come back in, or did it mean, he's done. See you later.
Yeah.
With him not being in today, you're hearing more stuff about his agent contacting other clubs.
Like Napoli, Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah,
it's a lot of Napoli chatter.
It's
isn't
almost certainly something's close.
I feel like it could be a deadline day. Sort of last minute, he ends up at Napoli or wherever, like you say, goes to some team in the Champions League.
Yeah.
There was a lot made about sort of Ronnie and whether he'd fallen out with Ten Hag or whether there was going to be an attitude, but he did come on and he did all right when he came on. And I think there was footage of him before the game, sort of high fiving everyone. And when I was at the game, and he didn't warm up for ages. Everyone was warming up except him, and you're thinking, has he proper spat his dummy out? But then he did. Then he came on. So it does look like he's being professional and getting on with it, even if he obviously doesn't want to be here. Joe, just on the Casemiro front, me and you were talking before we went live, and you were saying you wouldn't, when we heard news of the team being linked, you said you wouldn't be surprised if Casemiro doesn't start because he's only just had a few days training and whatnot.
And Ten Hag seems to be, I won't say obsessed, but certainly happy to repeat himself about people being fit, people understanding the system before they come in. When he talked about Ronaldo coming back, I know Casemiro's had a pre-season at Real Madrid, but he was very keen on he's a month behind in terms of preparation, not just physical but tactical. And obviously Casemiro hasn't got any of that. He's been here for 3 days. So it doesn't surprise me that he's not starting. Obviously, as fans, we all just want to see him play immediately because he's ace and he's new. But he's obviously going to play loads of games.
He's ace and he's new. Yeah.
He is ace and he is new.
He is ace, it's true.
But that happens all the time. A new signing comes in and you get 30 minutes at the end of this game, then it'll be, maybe he starts the one after that, then he's back on the, sometimes it takes a minute to come through. Has anyone else noticed, as we see Eric Ten Hag getting marked up here, way more pre-match interviews going on?
Yeah.
Delo has been interviewed down the tunnel against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Ten Hag was out immediately after the game. Klopp was before the game. It's like they've gone up to almost
Everywhere,
like American football levels of press. Look at him.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He's doing stadium announcements now, look.
Yeah, we'll just see
Today's
footage of Eric Ten Hag
attendance.
on the pitch with Paul Scholes,
It's
Real
like-
It's a
Ferdinand,
lot, isn't it?
It's
And
literally
Peter
stepped
Crouch,
up. Peter Crouch
and the presenter as well. Sorry, I forget her name.
He's just too tall. I know it obviously has been said a lot, but I feel like since he's retired and now he's a big podcast fella, everyone's stopped talking about how tall he is. You look at him next to Paul Scholes.
Can we
it's
get
disgusting.
a little bit of volume on this? Is that possible? Just so we can try and see what he's saying.
Decipher what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to be asked about obviously the team news and the style. It's good though that we did beat Liverpool with that team, and he can pick a winning team, as you were saying.
Yeah,
because
makes
had we
a
lost that
change.
game now,
It ticked the
feel
box
like-
for me that they went out and played for him.
Yeah.
I'm not getting too ahead of myself with that performance because I feel like I've seen that performance under Ollie.
Yeah.
Playing without the ball and doing a job on a big team.
point.
But at least they went out and they played for a manager who set them up. So
It's the first time since basically when the rot really started. Was it the 4-1 or 4-2 against Leicester
Eve, can
last
we get a
season?
bit more volume?
Under
Sorry.
Solskjaer.
yeah,
And then we lost to Leicester, then we got battered by Liverpool, and it was sort of like, the avalanche started there. But basically, since before that Leicester game last season, which was in like November, it looks like these players haven't really played for any manager in that period, have they? So, like you said, it is a massive improvement to see that they are capable of listening. Like, it literally got to the point where we were talking at points like, are these just the thickest players ever?
Yeah.
Who physically can't follow instructions? And obviously that's not the case when you got Brighton and Brentford and Palace and Newcastle all playing good systems out of nowhere. But it's nice to actually see it because it's been so long.
Anna,
hasn't it?
sorry, can we get a bit more volume just to hear what he's saying? Sorry, it's going to be over by the time we
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
out.
It's just Ten Hag talking to Paul Scholes there. Speed in the front. Yeah, see, that's my only concern is how we're going to keep the ball in that front three because I don't know. Like you said, we've done this before where we can play a decent counter-attacking game, surprise, upset a big team, but then you play Southampton away and you have 60, 70% possession, and we don't look like scoring. So are you worried about that still, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I've been this season slightly critical of Marcus. I love Marcus, but I was like, he needs to step up this season. And that, and someone who likes him, I just thought that time was running out for him in terms of making it at Manchester United. I know that sounds crazy for a player that's been in the first team for about 6 years now, but I felt like he needed a good start to the season. Jadon Sancho kind of went under the radar a little bit last season. It didn't didn't at all match the numbers that we probably expected. So it was good to see both of them score the other night. Both heavily involved in a lot of the good stuff for Manchester United. But we need to continue that, because like Joe was saying, we've had it in the past where you've had, last season Sancho had a couple of great games, Chelsea and Leeds, for example, and then did nothing for about 6 or 7 games. You know what I mean? And Marcus, I think, after coming back from his operation, he got a few goals and then just fell off a cliff. So I just want to see a bit of sort of consistency and momentum.
I think Bruno as well, because his form fell off a cliff. I think he had a lot of credit in the bank with us because of how good he was when he came in.
Yeah.
But he gives the ball away so much. Yeah. And you talk about keeping the ball higher up the pitch. Bruno at times operates as a bit of a deep lying forward. And then his ball retention at times was shocking last year.
Yeah.
So
the Crystal Palace game summed it up, didn't it? Where he just sort of hoofed it to one of their players and he scored.
The one that one last season
was sort of like epitomised what he was about at that time.
Atletico Madrid away for me was that game as well, where it's like all he's playing with here is emotion.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice that he has that side to him, but you need some sort of clarity and composure at times. Sometimes Bruno just seems like he's just got emotion.
On Monday,
I thought it was great
night.
on Monday.
Monday night, he channeled it.
Yeah.
He channeled that aggression. He channeled that energy. He was covering so much grass, and there was a point at literally the 93rd minute where he sprinted about 70 yards and put a tackle in, and obviously the crowd loved that as well. Yeah. And that's what you want to see, because there's times when he's running around all over the gaff. He's trying 80-yard passes and 50-yard shots, and you're like, what is up with this guy?
Every ball needs to be a Hollywood ball.
Yeah, just chill out a bit, bro. But on Monday night, especially with that very aggressive Liverpool team, he matched them, and we needed that, and I thought he played well, and I thought he played, at times he was a lot deeper than you used to seeing him, but he did a really good job there. Hopefully when Casemiro does come in, Bruno can get back to being a bit more attacking.
I think with them two as well, I mean, the only thing you've got two players in Eriksen and Bruno who genuinely, I know obviously at times their weaknesses, both of them, they give the ball away a lot because they're high risk takers. But I think Eriksen has almost adapted and adopted this role of I'll be the safe one. Yeah. So we've got Casemiro or McTominay, whoever it is, you just batter everyone. Eriksen can be this sort of safe pair of hands ticking over 10-yard passes into feet, and then you've got Bruno who's still doing the Hollywood passes and all that, but he is capable of doing completing them more often than most players. You've almost got going from a midfield of Fred and McTominay, who really neither of them could pass particularly well. Both of them struggle on the ball. If you bring Casemiro in there and you have Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno, all of a sudden you've got a midfield that is defensively quite sound, or certainly you've got a piece in there that's brilliant defensively, and then you can also bring the ball out from the back there. It's weird how we've gone from our midfield can't pass to our midfield is brilliant at passing in 2 transfers. It's exciting, isn't it? It actually is.
No,
it's good to be able to be excited as well, because it was so shit for.
Do you know what it feels a little bit like? Do you remember when we bought Bruno and Pogba came back from his injury, and all of a sudden Pogba had someone next to him that could do things that other midfielders he'd had alongside him hadn't been able to do. So it wasn't all on Pogba to try and do everything. And I think there's a touch of that with Eriksen coming in now, with Bruno, because when you've got Fred, Bruno and McTominay, Bruno's the one that's picking out the pass there. Bruno's the one that's going to make something happen. But now you've got Eriksen who can do that.
And the thing is as well, defenders knew that.
So
before last season, if you stop Bruno, you stop United.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I like Fred, but he wasn't gonna be the creator.
No,
or
Casemiro loves him, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Can't wait to play with him.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that. Maybe in training. But now, if you're an opposition midfielder and you think, right, shut down Bruno, okay, Eriksen can still pass. Okay, shut down Eriksen. Okay, we sort of watch Bruno. Casemiro can actually pass. Yeah. He's not completely inept on the ball just because he's got Kroos and Modric next to him. He didn't have to do it that often. But we're almost too dangerous to cover everything now.
You need 11 players that are all comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
Look at City's back line.
I know.
All of them can play a little bit, even if it's keeping it simple, getting into space and passing it off to someone more dangerous.
Yeah. It's good, that, isn't it?
It is good. It's so what a difference one game makes. Do you know what I mean? After the Brentford game,
I can't really believe it.
It was there was even I know not from us, but there was people talking about Ten Hag. Is he up to the job? I mean, I'm talking about moronic pundits, but they were coming out with that sort of nonsense. Martinez, he's too small for the Premier League. Again, more rubbish.
He was brilliant on Monday.
He was fantastic.
It was
one of the best performances by a defender I've seen against Liverpool.
Absolutely,
It was sublime. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
And and what I loved about him as well, he's so aggressive, but in the right way as well, because they couldn't get the fouls or the bookings they were chasing because they were all moaning to the ref, but he was fair and he was.
I couldn't fault any of the back four, which was really nice for a change. Like Dalot, that was probably one of his best performances.
I think it was his best performance. Yeah. I agree.
Varane, without making too much of a song and dance next to Martinez, just was very assured. I can't remember much that he did wrong.
No. And also Malacia.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been pretty critical of Luke Shaw over the last 12 months. I think he's been terrible.
You got that tattoo, haven't you, that says "fuck off, mate." And then a picture of Luke Shaw next to it. I always thought that was a bit harsh, that.
It wasn't meant to be a picture of Luke Shaw, but it went wrong, so now I pretend.
Me before I grew my hair.
It was pre-beard. But, like, Malacia, I thought it made such a difference having him in there, because what Malacia did, which I've been critical of Shaw for not doing, is if he went up and they got him behind us, he was back straight away. He sprinted back and got back in position, where Shaw sometimes gets caught out. Do
you know, like,
it was good to see that.
You've made this point in the midfield a few times of, like, it won't take midfielders that are that great to genuinely improve as a midfield.
No.
And I think Eriksen is proving that, where it's like, I'm almost shocked by how much better on the ball and how much more comfortable our midfield looks with Eriksen in than Fred and McTominay.
Yeah.
I think the same with Malacia.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest, in terms of like technical ability, defensive as a defender, he's not that proficient. He's not that good at tackle. Like, he missed a lot of tackle. Like, he goes in for him and gets skinned.
Yeah.
But he just tries so hard. Yeah. And he's obviously very gifted with his height. He's very agile and he's quick. So, like, there's a amount of times where he tried to tackle Salah. Salah would knock it past him. He'd spin around and just catch up with him again.
Yeah.
Whereas Luke Shaw
it's that recovery.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Yeah,
he
right.
just tries hard
That's
and he's
it.
fast.
Yeah,
like,
because you can make up for, like, say, like, if you it's not. It's not the end of the world getting done by Mo Salah. It happens to a lot of players. But if you get back in position, if you can get another challenge in, he's getting frustrated because he's already beat you once, so now you're there again.
Yeah.
The Liverpool players, you could see, I don't know if you could see it on the telly, but you could see him arguing with each other
Milner
a lot.
was screaming it.
Yeah.
Milner and Henderson was screaming at Van Dijk, screaming at Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold as well. There was a lot of arguing going on. Do you know what I mean? And Salah looked frustrated. I know he got a goal in the end, but he looked very, very frustrated because they weren't getting much time on the ball. United were just up for it. And also, you had everyone in the United team doing their job, where you go back to the Brentford game, and it was almost like the opposite, wasn't it? No one was doing the job.
Yeah.
Brentford, you saw I don't want to keep making about Luke Shaw, but it's relevant to the Brentford game where, he got done for I think it was the fourth goal, and he turns around and he's having a go at Dalot for letting the cross come in and all that sort of stuff. And then you go back to Monday night, and it was the opposite. You've got Dalot and Martinez high-fiving and hugging. Yeah. You've got Malacia and Varane on the same page. It just looked like a proper even De Gea, who, again, I think it's been it's been obvious he's a bit ropey this season, but on Monday he looked more assured. Not perfect, but more assured, and there was better communication between him and the back four. There was a couple of instances where he was a bit sloppy with his distribution, but on the whole, it was just a cohesive back five, which has been missing for United for almost feels like years.
Yeah, and I think, like, this season, I've said this before, but I don't think Maguire's made, like, loads of mistakes this season so far.
No.
Like, when you look at the Brentford goals, a lot of them were sort of in and around him, but I wouldn't say were his directly. But when you look at the difference in demeanour of Martinez to Maguire, and just how much that must lift the players around him. Like, you can almost be doing the same things, but if someone's going about their day like that and gets all the same jobs done, you think, fucking hell, he's shit. Whereas someone's like, fantastic, this is amazing, I love it, doing the same stuff, you think, he's good, isn't he? It's almost like it just lifted the crowd.
That was the big thing.
Like, the whole atmosphere
early doors
felt so much better.
The crowd were up for it. We had the protest before the game, which was great to see, well attended as well. Got into the stadium, everyone missed. Well, I certainly did. I think most people missed the Casemiro thing because most of us were outside. You get in there, the crowd were up for it, and then you've seen those challenges flying in. You've seen the players are up for it as well. Because if we'd have started that game on the back foot and just letting Liverpool dominate it, you'd have been like, here we go again.
Our defence has looked so uncomfortable at times. The thing is, Shaw's had some great performances for United. Maguire didn't start terribly.
No.
take Wan-Bissaka as well. Just to make the example of how all them players are probably all right if you want to sit in, defend balls coming into the box and try and break on the counter-attack. The moment you try and match City, Liverpool and the way they play in pushing a higher line, Shaw becomes uncomfortable, decent player but no ability to recover. No. Maguire doesn't like being that high up the pitch. Wan-Bissaka, positionally terrible. Yeah. And then you had 4 defenders the other night that could all had a bit of pace about them, bit of movement. And could all, we just looked so much more assured. They looked comfortable pushing up the pitch and pressing Liverpool.
It was good, wasn't it? It was just great, and especially because we've not beat Liverpool. Even when times were a bit better, when we get into finals, finishing second, we still didn't beat Liverpool in the league.
The only I can think of is the FA Cup.
Yeah,
and I'm not. I was in Anglesey and I drove back for the game, so I was like, bro, I thought I've got to be at Old Trafford for this because if we beat him and I'm not there, I'll be gutted.
Were you literally saying before the game, I know there's probably a 1% chance we win.
That's what I gave. I gave us a 1 out of 100 chance, and I thought about if we do, I'll be there. Yeah. And the atmosphere was great, the performances were great, and that's the sort of game that should be give everyone a lift because it's still Liverpool, still the team that finished second. I know they weren't great, but it's still a big scalp, if you will, and you can go, look, we've beat a good team here with a good performance from pretty much everyone. Let's go on and build for it. And I think I mentioned Rashford and Sancho earlier. Seeing them get on the score sheet, I thought was important because they've struggled a little bit, especially Marcus. He's not, I think that's his first goal from starting a game in so I might be wrong here, about 15 months I read somewhere. It was something ridiculous.
All of his goals were as a sub last season.
On the bench, haven't
they? Forgive me if I'm getting the exact time wrong, but it's been a while for a player of his quality. So seeing him get the goal, looking more confident, Sancho, obviously getting on the score sheet as well. And it's just a shame Elanga at the post because he's another one who could do with a goal as well, I think. But yeah, it was just throughout the team, just good performances from everyone, and it's such a rarity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really is.
Should we talk about this Ronaldo stuff a bit more?
Yeah, please.
So this was in Sky yesterday. It's been pretty much everywhere. But Manchester United forwards agent George Mendes approaches Napoli over potential move. There was some talk of Victor Osimhen being part of the deal as well. But apparently the rumour was they wanted Ronaldo on loan and £100 million for Victor Osimhen. That is insane, isn't it?
The trouble is, didn't they pay something ridiculous for him?
70 million.
Because he wasn't the most expensive African player ever or something.
Are we expect to pay all the wages?
I think. Well, I don't think that was mentioned, but I think there was a rumor before Osimhen was involved that we might pay like 50% of Ronaldo's wages.
Maybe
as well.
That's what I don't know. It's not a stupid.
I mean, on a loan, you have him, we pay his wages or whatever, or you have him on loan and then we pay 100 million quid for a player. That's just stupid, even by United standards.
He joined Napoli for 70 million, rising to 80 potentially, making him the most expensive African.
So you're not going to get him for less than that, are you?
It just seems a bit too desperate to me. Like I don't get some of these clubs he's being linked with, just for the sake of being in the Champions League. Clubs that might not even get. I mean, Napoli, you'd expect to maybe get out of the group, maybe.
But if they get,
there's even a question mark over that. Like, what's his plan here?
I don't know.
No, it does.
I think that if he joins Napoli, that is a perfect indication that he needs to leave United. I know that's obviously it goes backwards because if he does join Napoli, like you said, it is so clear he's only playing the Champions League to boost his own individual goals and appearance stats. He wants to extend his own record as the player with the most goals and appearances in Champions League because he's not going to win it with Napoli. No. Like if he couldn't win it with United last season after we finished second the year before, bought in Sancho, Varane and him, and we went backwards, he's not. The odds of him winning it with Napoli are so slim. He just wants to get 3 goals in the group stage, 6 appearances, just notch those numbers up a bit more, pull away from Messi a little bit more. And I think that's all he cares about now. What's he got? 6 Champions Leagues? 5 Champions Leagues?
If he really backed himself, he'd stay because people are going to level that at Messi. Whatever Messi does now, he's gone to PSG. Yeah. And it's a different quality of league. If Ronaldo stayed and was part of a rebuild, he might not win the Champions League. He might not boost his goal figures as much, but he'd always have that over Messi. That at this age, he came to United and did an impossible job.
Yeah,
there should be a role for in an ideal world for Ronaldo at United as well. Do you know what I mean? There should be he should be able to feature and to be a good influence to some of the younger players and to get you some goals as well. And he can still do a job. He scored 18 Premier League goals last season. He's not done. Do you know what I mean? He's still an effective player. I just feel like this to me just everything points towards him leaving, doesn't it? Just
I don't know how he could stay.
The players that the teams he's been linked with, the fact he's not getting in the team, for the second game running, even with with injuries, like I said, it does seem like there's almost inevitable. Isn't it?
He's kept very quiet in case it goes wrong. So at
Yeah.
least he's not come out and made a statement that I want to leave. So he can turn around and just say, I've always been focused, I've been professional. But it's no good for the manager.
No, you're right. It's a good
nightmare
point
for
that
Ten Hag.
because we kind of had it under Moyes a little bit with Rooney. There was a Rooney thing when Moyes arrived, and to be fair, Moyes didn't help himself with this whole he's going to be a backup to Van Persie nonsense he said when he started.
No.
But it was a distraction, and then you get this, and it becomes a bit of a distraction. Now Ten Hag sort of dealt with it because he's not picked him, and this is my team, and Ronaldo's kept pretty quiet. But yeah, it does feel a little bit like this was, it could have been undermining the manager a little bit, or the whole thing when he left the game earlier for the pre-season game. Again, it's just things that Ten Hag's having to deal with that he probably just
And
don't
you just
need
think
to.
if Ronaldo wasn't there and all that money had been freed up a month ago, perhaps someone could have come in.
Yeah.
Rather than potentially going into this transfer closes, and we've just got a massive, expensive problem there.
He's on 25, 26 million quid a year. Like, someone could be earning half of that and still be one of our highest earners. And there's still another 13 million quid per year that you could put towards a transfer. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you times that by 5 over the length of paying off a transfer, that's like 60 million quid and still 12 million a year for them to be paid. Like, he's literally a full transfer over the next 5 years. Obviously, I know he wouldn't be here for 5 years, but like when you think of what that money is, extrapolated out, we could have easily replaced him just with his wages being taken off the bill. It is insane. We've got a few super chats. Matty Lovett says, at the Saints game, nice. I'm feeling positive for a good result. Enjoy the game, guys, up the paddock. I love that. Watching Stretford Paddock from the game. That's fantastic, that. Mark Losbert says, I'm in Australia. Our coverage has McManaman and Owen talking. You'd love that, Jay.
Well,
wouldn't you?
that's like that's enough to make me, I'll gouge out my own eyeballs and use them as earplugs. To be honest with you, I can't think of anything worse.
Would pay to be listening to the interviews with Ten Hag right now. Yeah, probably. I mean, oh God, that's desperate, isn't it? Luke Oru says, where's all the crying about Donny playing now? Just a stick that was used to beat Ole. Even Donny's dad doesn't want to start him. I mean, Donny's dad being Ten Hag there. It is interesting that, innit, how it was like, Donny's going to fix all this if only you played him. And now we're seeing our, fourth manager in a row not play Donny van der Beek? Ole, Carrick, Rangnick and Ten Hag. I think people are just at this point going, if he was good enough, he'd have played by now. What do you think?
I part of me thinks he looks like a shell of a person when he comes on the pitch. Like he wants to pass a move and he's hoping something happens for him, maybe a goal or something to get him going. Because a couple of times he has scored a goal, and you can see how much he cares that he wants to have an impact. But I've read a couple of things about how the staff and Ten Hag are shocked at how far he's fallen in the last couple of years, and how his confidence is on the floor. Like, I do think he should have been given more of an opportunity to play when he came in.
Yeah,
he came for some money with a bit of reputation. You would have thought he would have been given a stretch of
40 million
games.
quid as well. It's like it wasn't like get him in if he plays. So what? Like, it was a lot of money, wasn't it?
But the appearances he was getting, if you remember, like some of them sub appearances, 3 minutes at the end of a game, it was farcical. It wasn't an opportunity, and then now you see a player that is potentially done at United just because. I don't know if he's good enough, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
I'm not seeing anything.
No. We've got another super chat here from A Sec who says, actually, he's just joined and become a member. Thank you very much. If you want to become a member, hit the join button. You get extra content, extra videos on there, as well as a discount on merch. Andrew Naker says Maguire has to start on Thursday nights. Do you think we're going to have a Europa League team and a normal team? Can you see Maguire coming back for that?
I really don't know with Maguire. Is another one. I just think like seeing that on Monday, it's such a backward step bringing Maguire in.
Yeah, it seems
because
like
he can't do that.
No, I know.
I think it'd be best for him to go.
Yeah,
and then your backup is Lindelof. I'd like to see. I think Baye's gone now, hasn't it? Mengi's around.
My only worry with that is if Maguire left, of the players that have like regularly started for United in the last couple of years, there's only 3 of them. I mean, there's Martinez, obviously, who hasn't regularly started, but he's just been brought in. Varane and Lindelof, and then after that, you pick him from Mengi, who is very young, looks good, but he's very young, and Phil Jones. I like having 4 top centre backs, especially when one of them's quite injury prone. But you might get 40 million quid for him. But I don't know.
I think if you leave him out and his value is only going to drop now.
Yeah.
Cash in now while people think he's having a bad time at United.
Yeah.
and he's still a decent player.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right, we've got another super chat here from Marist Boy 25. He says, United need to score an early goal and force Southampton to come out of their box. Maguire and Ronaldo on the bench, again, being kept on ice. Can't sell an injured player. I wonder about that, actually. And Mike93 says, I see Ronaldo going back to Sporting and fully respect it. Glad to see Jay back and score today. 3-1 towards Rashford again, up the fucking paddock. Back to that other one. Do you think that part of why he's dropped him is because he wants to keep him fit to sell him? I just think it's if you go and you're not playing.
Yeah, I mean, the front three works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The other day. Do you know what I mean?
But do you think it works against a team that's probably going to sit back? That's my worry with Elanga and Rashford in particular.
And also, you need to find out. Like, we need to know if it can, and he needs to try and get it to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's no good saying, like, I understand your question, but it's like, you know, if Ronaldo does go and if we don't get the signings in, these players are going to have to play against the likes of Southampton and teams that sit back a bit more. Do you know what I mean? So you need to sort of get them going and get them, you know, playing the way you want them
If
to
he
play.
plays players on reputation, we've seen it enough times now. The examples are there of how it will cost you your job.
Yeah.
I think Ollie was too kind. It took him 6 months longer than it should have done to drop Lingard. I don't know how De Gea kept his place by being so bad for so long. He kind of came back, but he shouldn't have been given that grace period.
No. He did it that whole thing, didn't he? Freddie McTominay, Maguire, Shaw, Wan-Bissaka. I think they're the ones that, maybe even Rashford to a certain extent, that really he stuck with them and it just didn't work.
It would have been a kindness at times to drop some of them. They were struggling that
You
much.
go back to that last game against Watford under Ollie. You know, Maguire gets them 2 bookings within 5 minutes of each other. You know, I know De Gea saved the penalty, but he's at fault for 2 of the goals at near post that he should have done better.
Yeah.
Attack-wise were non-existent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You think these are the players that he's backed and he's stuck with and he's been there for, and he just they either couldn't be bothered or they just didn't have it in him. So yeah, that was probably one big fault of Ollie. Post Mourinho, at the time, is what you needed. You needed a bit of a arm around the shoulder with some of these players and backing him and sticking up for him, because Mourinho had probably gone a bit too far in his criticism stuff. But then you got to a point where when they weren't performing, you needed someone who could, do you know what I mean, give him a bit of a rollicking, drop him when he needed to be dropped. Do you know what I mean? And he didn't really have that in him.
I think with Ollie, it was all about man management. Yeah. It was managing the personalities. I never really felt like he was a guy who had a tactical plan of how he wanted his team to look. I think Ten Hag has a vision of how he wants this team to play, and it doesn't really matter who's in there.
Yeah.
If you don't play this way, you're not going to be in my team.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be like, there are pieces. Is that I think the problem is Ferguson was sort of more the other way, where it was like when we got Van Persie, apparently he just said, give him the ball as much as you possibly can and we'll win the league. Yeah. Like, that isn't particularly modern in style, but obviously Fergie's been managing since the 70s.
But he had coaches, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Ferguson
he had coaches
was a manager.
who came in and brought other things. But then Ten Hag, and you look at like the current crop of big managers who are winning the most of the trophies, Ancelotti aside, Klopp and Tuchel and Pep, they play that same way of, this is how we play, and you are a piece in that system that can be traded out for another piece that will do the same job as you. And I think Ronaldo is kind of a relic of that old system of give him the ball and he'll win you games. Whereas most of the top teams aren't playing like that anymore. Like, look, you see him on the screen there. Mahrez is on the screen. Yeah. He was City's top goal scorer last season. Wasn't guaranteed to start.
No.
And it's like, you know, we need a team where, like you said, we need to find out whether Elanga's got it and Rashford and these players. But the system is the system. If you don't fit it, we'll get someone that can. I think that we have to move toward that, because, you know, all the top teams are doing that now, aren't they?
Sorry, I'm just shaking my head there. It's showing the last 7 away games which we've lost, which is just unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we've been thoroughly pummeled.
Yeah, and like, I'm
them
looking at some of these results. I almost forgot about them. 4-0 against Brighton, and you know, obviously the last game last season against Palace.
What are you laughing at back there, you snickering little twerp?
Do you know what? It's not even the defeats; it's the thrashings.
Yeah.
It's the
like Brentford, Brighton,
the regularity.
The Scousers, City, Arsenal 3-1. Okay,
only Everton and Palace were by less than 2 goals.
That's weekly capitulations.
That is awful.
So many 4s.
Like, I've never seen it. Well, man, we broke the record, didn't we, for our away results?
Yeah,
like greatest
longest
ever
undefeated away record in Premier League history.
I mean, to be fair, some of it was behind closed doors or whatever. But yeah, it's shocking how bad we've been away from home now. You can argue, right, sort of the most down tools, didn't they, under Ralph Rangnick. But now, last week against Brentford was
This is
awful. They've got to put this right
I
today.
think this game is almost as big as the Liverpool game.
Bigger for
Shut
me.
up.
No, but
Shut up.
in terms of, no,
Fuck
I don't
off.
mean as a one-off. I mean in terms of like how the season's actually going to pan out. Because in the past, you can be shit and turn up against Liverpool.
We can lose today.
Liverpool was shit and would turn up against United. It didn't make them a good team.
Right, okay.
If we go and lose this,
Right.
it's straight back to where it was. Like,
I don't know.
Here's what I'll say.
I don't know.
I don't think. Do you
it
not
is.
think it
No,
will? If we lose again,
maybe
it's
it's
4-1.
I just feel that Liverpool game will give Ten Hag and these players so much grace that they wouldn't have had.
What did
and
Bruno
I just feel
do
like
on Monday though?
What, sorry?
What did Bruno do on Monday with the ball?
What did he do with the
It
ball?
was a great performance
Yeah.
off the ball. You can look at all these players and how hard they worked,
Yeah.
but today they're going to have the ball.
But okay, I just feel that Liverpool game. Now, if we lose today, I don't think Ten Hag's under any pressure.
No, I'm not
I don't.
saying- no, I don't-
I
I'm
think
not
if we'd have
saying
lost
that.
against Liverpool, he would have been.
Maybe.
100%,
I'm not-
because that would have
yeah.
been 3 straight defeats, losing at Liverpool Old Trafford, losing at Brighton at Old Trafford, and getting battered off Brentford, and people are going, he ain't cut out for the Premier League.
Obviously, I would rather beat Liverpool.
No,
than
I
lose
get it.
this game.
I
I'm
know-
not
I
saying
know- no, I know
the
you're not.
individual games are the same to watch. What I mean is, if we don't follow that up with being able to show that we can keep the ball, like you said, be a team that can dominate other teams, I think we'll almost be back to that confidence of if this isn't a backs to the wall performance, we can't do it. That's the problem. Like, that's the issue. Is Santa's reindeers here?
Sorry, I'm a part-time screw at Strange Ways, so I'm just giving my keys to the cells. That's for D-Wing, that, yeah? Make sure you don't let them out after association.
Nice.
It's I know what you mean about the importance of this game, because there will be a back to square one feel about it. If
That's
we
what I
lose.
mean, yeah.
And just for me, that Liverpool game, for so many reasons, it's the first win against them for ages in the league. It gives all the fans a real boost, which a game against Southampton ain't really ever going to do.
No.
Gives Ten Hag, some people will go, okay, he's obviously got something in him.
Yeah, 'cause he
Plus
could get
you've
these
got that
players
thing with
running.
Martinez, people going, Martinez is a very good defender. He's a very good player where, had we lost that and he hadn't played well, people are looking at him again. Yeah. And also, I know, I'm talking about the nature of the win as well, but the fact that we've got certain players on the score sheet. Yes, there's still question marks. You're right about Bruno on the ball. There's still that thing. But again, Bruno's one of those players as well who he's probably the one player in this team who kind of has got a lot in the bank with that because of how phenomenal his numbers were for so long.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like... Now when I look at Bruno, even when he's playing badly, I still feel that's a blip rather than when he was playing well, he was flattering to deceive. If that makes sense. Because he did, for 2 seasons, he was so good that you think, or for a season and a half, he was just ridiculous, that you think, all right, now he's just not playing at the levels he can, rather than he was overachieving, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Because
there was a stage, wasn't there, where, with, say, Jesse, for example, you were questioning, would he ever get back to that level that he did in 2018? You think, was that a sort of, you know what I mean, like just a peak he won't get to? With Bruno, I feel he will. I feel he's just like we were saying earlier, he's just too giddy. Just too giddy when things aren't going right. And I think because we've had a bad run, it's exposed the sort of the bad sides to his game.
I think as well with Bruno is he might never get 28 goals and 19 assists again, because that is like once in a career type numbers, isn't it, that he got the year before.
Back on penalties, don't you?
But I think, yeah, exactly, especially if he isn't taking penalties, like that will, but I do think that he could still put in performances of that level where he's like driving the team forward and he's putting those balls in behind and he's doing things that others can't. But yeah, they're just showing how good Martinez was the other week. I tell you what I think, right? If I was a journalist, as a neutral, let's say I didn't support United and I was a journalist writing for wherever, and the whole storyline about Martinez had been, oh, he's too short, he's shit, he must be shit, I would make a point of writing a story about how it doesn't matter that he's too small. I'm almost surprised by how route one all the journalists were that first couple of weeks about, oh, he's just dead small, he must be shit. And like Carragher with that whole, the targeting him thing against Brentford, which wasn't even true.
I didn't see that either.
No, and
Do you know what annoys me about that is?
but he's just
you know,
lazy.
It was
Everyone's
lazy.
skint. You're paying good money for Sky, and you've got a pundit who's not watched the game, or if he hasn't noticed something about it, not done any analysis, not bothered to rewatch it to back up his point. He's just going, oh, he's small, innit? He's getting targeted. No, he wasn't.
No, and if he was, they weren't winning the ball off him.
No, you can't even be you haven't even got it in you to go, right, let's just rewatch this so I can make some good points or, you know, some analysis. I'll just say something because it sounds good when there's no evidence to back it up. It's just really poor, that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm surprised that there weren't more journalists and pundits in the first couple of weeks saying his height won't be a problem and here's why. You know, trying to just think of this sort of outside the box story rather than just the obvious short fella must be shit.
Yeah, because like I think someone was saying, I don't double check it myself, but like Nathan Aki, like an inch taller than him.
Yeah, he's 5'10".
No one mentions Aki's height.
No.
It's never an issue. So what is that, like 1 inch just makes it untenable now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And also, I know obviously it's almost a unique position that Timber's quite short next to him as well at Ajax, but it's not like the Dutch league is just the average centre back height is 5'7". And then, you know, the most centre backs everywhere in Europe, from under 10s to fucking Premier League, centre backs are tall.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's got to where he has anyway, obviously shows that he has got a lot of footballing talent. Because it's not like, well, you know, centre back, the average height in Holland is 5'6", so he's actually quite tall over there. Like, that's not the case.
It's like, I think
it's just a weak analysis.
I think it was like
at this stage anyway.
It was one of the. It might have been the Soccer Saturday lot if they're still going. I think it was them, and it was like
still going.
Yeah, you know,
Mercy,
eight pints in before they start their analysis, and it was that thing of they were going, "What's he going to do when he faces Haaland?"
Yeah.
He faced Haaland.
Yeah.
Like no research done whatsoever.
There's clips of him dominating
Haaland,
having a great game against him.
And it was literally the argument was, oh, wait till he plays Haaland who's 6'4", he's going to struggle against him. And it's like, if you've bothered to even just Google Martinez versus Haaland, like you're saying, there's clips on the internet. It's just
and also,
lazy.
it's like
lazy journalism or lazy analysis.
Yeah, we're boiling it down to like the only stat that matters in football is height. Like most of the top goal scorers in history haven't been under 6 foot. Like, you know, he's not necessarily any more likely to be dominated by Haaland than he is by, you know, someone like Aguero or Messi. Yeah. Just because you're short doesn't mean a big person's better than you. Like, it's not basketball. You know, we're not. It just doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like the biggest striker's the best striker.
You pointed out as well.
That's the rules
for the Brentford game for Ben Mee's goal. He fell over.
Yeah.
It's like he could have been 8 foot and he didn't get into that because he's falling into the
net. If I fall over, I'm the same height as another person who's fallen over, whether they're 3 feet tall or not.
He wasn't beaten in the air. He fell over and then Ben Mee got his header in. So it's you know, all bets are off on that. Yeah. And it's like you will get, and it will happen where there will be an occasion sooner or later where he gets beaten in the air. It happens to all defenders. It happens to everyone. Doesn't mean he's you know, he can't do a job for Manchester United, and it doesn't mean that his height is an issue. Do you know what I mean? We were pointing out, like, you know, Messi won a header against United in the Champions League final, not because he got Rio or Vidic got beaten in the air, because he just got space. Yeah. It might happen, and I think this whole argument is just so basic and like, you know, lacks any sort of evidence or research. Yeah. It's just become boring. It's like, as soon as we were linked with him, people were going, all right, what's the flaw? What can we pick holes in here? Yeah. Price, okay, we've not paid that much for him. I know it's not nothing, but, you know, in
50 million, that's Ben White money.
Yeah, it's not that ridiculous. All right, you know, he's got a pedigree. He's been, you know, he's Argentina international. So, he's high. Let's go with that one. And he just stuck with it.
I think pundits are so used to us being a shambles that they think that if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Yeah. So they're all right to say these things because inevitably, it's going to fail.
Also,
it's United.
It's almost worse than that. It's if it can go wrong, it already has gone wrong. Like, you can just say there's dressing room unrest. Well, is there? Well, there will be at some point. So there probably already has been.
My favourite is the cliques.
Yeah,
they're all in cliques at United.
Yeah, they are.
All the Portuguese speakers hang around with each other and they just talk to each other. Any evidence of this, or any evidence that doesn't happen at other clubs, that people talk to the people that speak their own language a bit more because it's easier.
No,
and you might know each other from international.
No, Jay, every other club that's ever been in existence, everyone has an exact word count that is level with every other player in the whole organisation.
So I don't mind, like, when Herrera and Mata and De Gea were all mates, everyone loved it. It's like, oh, look at that, it's cute. And when Lingard and Rashford were dead close, and Pogba, it's like, oh, that's great. And then all of a sudden, when you stop winning, clicky. It's clicky. They all hate each other. They're all just hanging around in little groups. You're like, that's not even real, is it? You're just making that up.
No.
It does feel a little bit like that anyway.
It does. Ben Mee's only 5'11", by the way.
That's what I mean.
So it looked like he was like towering above him.
He towered above him to put a bullet header past him.
I can't believe Ben Mee's only 5'11". When you realise, like, when you think, why was he at Burnley then? He can't be 5. He has to be over 6 foot.
What happened to Tarkowski? Where did he go? Did he go to Everton?
Didn't he? I think so.
Someone in the comments before said Donny van der Beek nearly relegated Everton. I love that. Like, just blaming all of that on him. That's how shit John is. He relegated Everton. Yeah, he's joined Everton this summer.
So free won it. It was
I hated it when you get people on socials going, Tarkowski a big good signing. I'm like, no, he wouldn't, man. Like,
Better than Maguire.
What? Like, yeah, no, did you watch Burnley? He's just a bang average defender. Do you know what I mean? It's not a surprise he's gone to Everton.
He's played 2 games for England, Jay, so
I know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
someone's chatting shit, and I think it might be you. If I'm honest with you. Yeah. Josh
has he got more caps than Steve Bruce? That's a disgrace.
94. Yeah, Steve Bruce was so unlucky that he wasn't like.
Like,
I mean, he should have got
genuinely one of the
goal
best
scorer.
ever defenders, like in the Premier League, and no one gives him any credit because he looked like he just climbed off a building site.
Yeah,
and like he never got an England cap.
That's insane that he didn't get an England cap.
He scored 19 goals in a season once from centre back, and like the winners against Sheffield Wednesday, for example, lifting the Premier League 3 times, whatever it was.
I know he was like. Obviously, there were very good centre backs around that time for England, but to not get one, it's almost like the FA just went. Just go along with me on this. We're not going to give Steve Bruce a cap.
I remember as well. I mean, get involved in the comments and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think he was in the squad. I don't think he got in the squad where
Never got an England call up.
That's what the old guard will always say, how hard it used to be to get an England cap.
Yeah,
and now
because
it's like
now
confetti.
it is, isn't it? It's like
you have a good game as a 17-year-old.
I remember Jay Bothroyd, I think, is it Jay Bothroyd, getting a cap when he was like, he scored like 10 goals in the championship.
Nugent,
Fraser
Campbell's
played for
Francis
England.
Jeffers.
One goal, remember that?
Fraser Campbell's played for England.
Yeah.
A man who almost all of his club appearances have been outside of the Premier League.
That's what I mean. Like, that's no disrespect to Fraser Campbell.
No, he's a good player, but
it's
come
like
on.
it shows you the levels.
You're not
that,
Steve
like,
Bruce.
I remember. We're going to have Andy Tate at half-time and full-time as well.
Actually, here's a stat for you. Steve Bruce got more goals in a single season than Fraser Campbell has ever
Steve Bruce got
his
more
career.
goals in a season than Kevin De Bruyne has ever.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a single season. Fraser Campbell's never got 19 goals
Oh,
in a
right.
season.
Sorry.
So Steve Bruce, when he was at Royal Antwerp in 15 years ago, he got 24 goals. Since then, Fraser Campbell, who is a striker, has never scored as many goals as Steve Bruce did for United in, what was it, 93, 94?
Yeah.
Who did he get his cap?
No,
it was when he
Steve
got
Bruce,
his cap.
sorry, it's 90 to 91, I think. He got 19 goals. I mean, he did take penalties, but a lot of them were headers.
He was at Sunderland during a spell where he got 6 goals in 58 league games.
Wow.
That's when he got his cap.
Jesus.
I don't even think Danny Welbeck, who's the greatest player of all time, got anywhere near 9 goals in a season, and he's got loads of England caps.
How is that possible?
What?
He got a call up for it. So in 2012 he got a call up. He got 17 appearances, 2 goals that season.
He must have had like a good month or something. Maybe playing as a bit of a winger.
Yeah.
Maybe,
had some injuries.
like build up or something.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's a good player.
We did have a spell with England as well, where like David Nugent, Jay Bothroyd, like players who were bang average, were getting in the squad.
Do you remember when football was just a bit sympathy? Do you remember when Liverpool signed Ricky Lambert for a laugh?
A big fan.
Oh, you're a fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to come play for? I know we did it with Igalo a bit, but he was a free transfer. They spent like 7 million on Ricky Lambert, and he just like
Did he ever play for England?
fucking love it.
I
Yeah,
think he did.
Yeah, he played quite a bit.
It's like
Didn't he? Yeah, had a few.
there was
How many games did he play for England?
do you know what was sad about
11.
Bruce as well? Jack Charlton approached him.
Scored on his debut against Scotland as well. Ricky Lambert. Sorry.
First touch. Oh, amazing. And what was he, Scouse TV now? Only joking. Steve
though,
Bruce got... No, I'm not. I'm so bitter. I am. You don't know how happy I was on Monday night. When that second goal went in by Marcus, I fully lost it.
You followed through, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that someone else?
No, I don't know. It was hard to tell.
Hard to tell. It was just everyone was
Blues
covered in
everywhere,
shit.
Everyone was just, fucking shit everywhere. It's so good.
It was so good as well.
I literally had no voice for the game. I was so buzzing. Steve Bruce, Jack Charlton tried to get him to play for Ireland because Jack Charlton was just like, you will have Irish heritage. I can get you in the squad. And Steve Bruce said no because then that's another foreigner for the Champions League for United.
Yeah.
So he said no.
What
And he could have gone at the '94 World Cup with Ireland. But he said no because obviously that's a free foreigner rule. I'll stick with United. Which is mint.
Yeah.
I don't think Steve Bruce gets enough credit from certain younger fans. I don't think they know enough about him that he should. Because I know he's not as good as a Stam or a Rio or a Vidic, but he's as legendary as some of those players in terms of, or almost as legendary as some of those players in terms of what he achieved at the club.
And also the
captain
the
for your
specific
Champions-
trophies
your
he
Premier
won
League winning
because
season.
like exactly like what was like when you've not won anything for nearly 30
Yeah.
years, it takes a little bit extra to get over the line,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Like by the time it's the late 90s, you've won 4 trophies
Yeah.
in 6 years or whatever it was. Like it's not easier, but
No.
there's almost like a momentum there.
Yeah.
Whereas he had to, grind that out and go from being underdogs
Is
to
Ronaldo
winning it
giving
again.
Rio Ferdinand a hug?
I do get a bit
He's
tired
giving
of this.
Scholes a hug as well. And he said, "Oh, he's giving Peter Crouch a hug. There you go.
That's
You
nice,
see."
that. Wow.
He knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, Peter, he was spraying Ferdinand's shoes with a bit of water as well.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Hey, the laughs they have. Hey,
I love that.
What they like.
It's just the banter that I
Just
like.
some of the bad examples of some of the laughs we have around here.
I'm going to spray you with a bit of water as well. Oh, it's coffee. I've burned it. Can we talk about this, Jay? Because
Yes.
Jay's... I saw him today. I was having a bit of breakfast.
Sorry, I gate crashed your morning meal with your
all right.
lady friend.
I was having a bit of breakfast with my girlfriend. And Jay walked past with his flask. So happy. Like, striding in like... This is a new thing, isn't it? When's this
Yeah, I
started?
got that a while ago. Like, my missus said it, yeah. Made some coffee and took it this morning. I was amazed how hot it stays for ages. I thought you got like a 10-minute window, but it's like an hour later and it's still red hot. It's mint.
The concept of a vacuum seal is exciting to you, isn't
It's
it?
the simple things with me, Tom. I'm not going to lie to you. Little things like that just, make life a bit better.
It does actually,
No,
doesn't
I
it?
fully agree.
Do you like a thermos?
Sure, why not?
That used to be my attitude, to be fair. Like,
Was
so-
it? That,
It's a nice little vessel on the top.
Yeah.
Little espresso cup.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
man, it's good stuff.
cute.
man. It's
the way
good
you
stuff.
weren't so completely excited about it makes me think you haven't got one.
I don't. No, I
Do you
don't.
know what I
We'll
mean?
get. I tell you what. Next time on Watch, we'll get you one. Yeah. Bring
cheers,
one in
man.
for you.
Yeah, we'll bring
Do
you
you
a
know what I mean?
thermos
It's going to
next
be a new
time.
thing.
Never
I'm
come
not-
on.
I'm
Everyone
not
gets a
Watchalong.
Stretford Paddock branded thermos. Ahmad says, hope Maguire has a great World Cup and we sell him in January.
Wow, that started off really nice and then was like completely horrible.
I hope we can shift him. I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, I love that.
I hope Maguire's really happy he stays nice and fit and healthy so we can get rid of him.
Yeah. Oh, I think he means well.
Fair enough.
Damien Lewis says, could Garnacho be a starter this season?
Yes.
Nice. Tom?
I think if
So I know, I think he could be. Yeah,
Yes.
if the squad's in a happy, healthy place,
Yeah.
he'll get minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
that's his shout. It'd be good to see Elanga get a goal because he's another one who I feel sorry for Elanga. I did a piece for Scott the Red, Republican Mancunian on in pre-season. I've noticed he was getting, I don't know about the Liverpool game, if that's changed anything, he was getting a lot of stick on socials, Elanga. He's sort of become this new thing of like, this is how far we've fallen, all that nonsense. Like, look at how many games he's playing and look at how bad he is. He's not up to the standard. And I feel like it was not his fault last season that he played so many games. He played far more than he should have done.
Yeah.
And especially when his form deserted him and he just
How
kept
old is
getting...
he?
He's 20, I think.
20.
And he turned 20 last season, so obviously for part of the season he was still a teenager. But he was playing week in, week out. And at first, he had, got some goals. A goal in Madrid, goal against Leeds, one or two others. Then he stopped scoring, rarely got an assist. Performances weren't great, results weren't great, and everyone started pointing a finger at him. But in an ideal world, he wouldn't have played half those games because, other players would have stepped up.
Yeah, like when you think he took Rashford's place and kept it
yeah.
because he did. Ranieri did keep trying to give Rashford a go and be like, right, are you ready yet? Okay, no, still not good enough. Okay, you ready yet? Like you said, Elanga probably should have played 6 or 7 games.
Yeah.
While
But that's the
interspersed.
sign of
Yeah,
how far we've fallen. That our high earners and key players are not good enough to start.
yeah,
You look at how, and I get no pleasure in saying this, believe me, but you look at how City have, managed their only really academy player who's ever got near the first team properly in Phil Foden.
Yeah.
He was getting 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? The occasional start. For 3 years almost, it felt like they were doing that. And then he's a regular. Whereas with us, it's like we throw you in, we play you like, whether it's Marcus or it's Elanga, to a lesser degree, Mason Greenwood, I know he's not available for obvious reasons, but you throw these players in, and then when things aren't, we don't really coach them, keep moving them about, and when things do start going wrong, they just keep playing them.
Yeah.
And you feel like sometimes they do need taking out and just, use sparingly. We don't tend to do that at United recently, do we?
No.
It's all or nothing, really.
yeah. Marist boy, what's a Marist boy? Do you know?
I think it's a form of drink.
Is it like a cocktail?
Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
It does actually. What was your cocktail of choice, Joe, when you were drinking?
Mine was Long Island iced tea because there's loads of different spirits in it, so you just get me levered. And that was my only objective. I didn't care about taste, any of that nonsense. It was just how quickly can I get drunk for the cheapest amount of money possible even.
What about you?
I like a margarita.
Oh, I like a margarita. Like a frozen margarita when it's hot. Nice outdoor
I
beer
do. I
garden.
mean, I prefer a classic.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of strawberry in there sometimes.
Oh.
Strawberry mag.
What about the Tommy's margarita? What's that one? Did they put like orange
I think it's
liqueur?
no. Yeah. So it's just with orange instead, isn't it?
What's
A
yours?
little bit sweeter.
I like a margarita. Yeah, I also like an aviation, if you've ever had one of them.
No, I'll tell you what I did used to like as well, White Russians.
Oh, yeah.
And
What's
then-
that, just like vodka and milk and that?
Yeah, because I used to like Big Lebowski. So like, he drinks it and I don't know, because I'm very low intelligence. So it's like, I like that film and he drinks it, so I'm going to drink it.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I see someone drinking like a... You see
Big
like...
glass of alcoholic milk.
Yeah. Can I just get some milk in this? What?
I used to go to the casino like at the end of the night when he used to go around town at like 4 a.m. or whatever, 3 a.m. go to the casino and then White Russian.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Was this when casinos used to give you drinks for free?
No, this was at 235 in town, so you had to pay for it. You can get it for free there.
'Cause when you
Trust
look
me.
back at
bar in
like-
there.
Yeah.
When you look back at like the 70s, when it was like you could smoke on aeroplanes
Yeah.
and you could get drinks in casinos for free.
You know, I know in
Do you
Vegas
look back
get
at the 70s
Yeah.
often?
Do you know
You
when
know
you see
in
those
Vegas you
old
get them for free.
infomercials
Yeah.
where they're like fly with, and it's all just old stuff like American Airlines,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because they've only got one, and everyone's like really nice and happy. Everyone's got suits on and they're drinking stuff,
Yeah.
and they got like 3-course meals.
People asking the pilot for autographs. Like,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
celebrity.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Like someone's got like a barbecue at the back, like open flames, cigarettes, just a family with like Hawaiian shirts on barbecue, and you're like, enjoy cigarettes at your leisure.
Yeah.
Now you've got to go in the toilet and put like that blanket over your head. Do you know the one they give you for free?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise you get kicked off.
Didn't the England team do an advert for going to the pub on a Sunday?
Did
Like
they?
Bobby Moore and that.
Oh, that's
see,
cool.
that's
like
They,
that.
they walk in and someone's playing darts and he gets a pint, lights a cigarette.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, something that's good about that. I mean, obviously, you know, it is the asbestos era. That's what it will always be remembered for. But, you know, it goes Nixon, asbestos,
Yeah.
then sort of like the Smiths, Oasis now.
yeah,
And you know what I mean? I think we lost something with that whole asbestos era. Marist Boy, sorry, back away from that, 25 says, win or lose, it depends on how we do it. Now, what does that mean exactly, Tom?
Oh, I don't know. I think
I
he's a
don't
bit
know either.
confused there, isn't
No,
he?
It's quite exciting.
Depends on how we do it.
I think I'm guessing he's on about, you want to see a decent performance.
Okay. So you'd rather lose and play well?
No, I wouldn't.
I think can we play well and lose to Southampton?
That's a good point. I don't think we can. Unless
With
the
all
way-
due respect to Southampton.
Yeah, unless there's like some sort of like, what could happen? An extreme weather incident, like a tornado that knocks a ball in our net a couple times.
Or Prowse with a few outrageous free kicks
Yeah,
out of nowhere,
if he's
maybe.
ping him on him
Yeah.
from silly distances,
Yeah.
then you might go, all right. Do you know
A
what I
trick
mean?
from 40 yards.
You miss a load of chances or their keeper has a worlder.
Yeah.
But no, I'd take a scrappy 1-0 right now, to be honest with you. It's
Me
about
too.
getting some points in it.
Harrison Fitzgerald with a super chat. We've lost 4-0 every time we've played in this kit. Let's break the curse. We've played in it once, but he is
I like
technically
that.
right.
Yeah, he's,
Would you call that a curse? Would you call that a curse?
Can you refute it?
I can't
Oh,
say
that, the curse. Liverpool got the curse of Lisandro Martinez every time they play against him. They lose.
I
Do
know.
you know what I mean? It's like, all right then, yeah, we'll go with that one.
We're getting beat 4-0, aren't we?
Oh, God. I can't do it again. Gary DeBolla, who's been a member for 9 months, says,
Thanks for your support.
more than one way to play the game. It's not 1985 anymore where all the teams lump it up. Martinez is crafty and uses his other facets to make up for his height. So that was in reference to that conversation. Cosmic, which is a great name. I think it's Limmy as well, who's his avatar, which is nice. Who's been a member for 20 months. That's a long time, isn't it? That's dedication right there. Currently getting a tattoo. Thank you for the distraction. Up the paddock. Get in the comments. What are you getting a tattoo of? Is it the same one that Jay's got about Luke Shaw? I hope it's not. Juan Martinez says it's 4:18 a.m. Just woke up, need coffee. Same starting team as last week, or am I just seeing things? No, it is the same. Enjoy the 5 subs rule. Come on, Garnacho and Casemiro. That's dedication, in it. Waking up at 4:18 a.m. to watch Man United. See, people always act
You've
like.
got to, haven't you, though?
I know.
It's always hope.
Yeah, it's great. Ardash says, been following you guys since full-time Devils in 2014. Wow. Hoping for United to kick on from Liverpool and win and gain some momentum in the league. What do you guys think of this green away kit? I don't mind the kit. I said it's a bit like I don't know. It's a little bit Need for Speed Underground too.
I think it's kind of funky. I like it.
Yeah, I don't mind it
It's
either.
not a bad kit.
No.
Just cursed.
Yeah, it's just cursed, I'm afraid. 1 game, 1 loss. Marist Boy again says, Marist was a club I played for in Wellington, New Zealand. There you go. So it's not a cocktail. Interesting, that.
Disappointing.
It is. Do you drink a lot of cocktails?
No, I mean,
in the bar scene?
I'm cocktail trained.
Oh, yeah.
So I can kind of,
Wow.
you know.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Can hold my
Cocktail
own.
corner. If you're just making
Now over
cocktails.
to Tom.
Yeah. And you make like a new, what could you make? Like a dogged Argentinian, not a white Russian. And it's like cocktails about Man United players.
Yeah.
It's called the Martinez. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
What's that, bro?
Tom just revealed his cocktail trained.
corner.
So we might
on
come
the
up with a
show.
cocktail corner. Do you know like how Alan Carr Chatty Man? He's got his little drinks cabinet, the globe piece.
Yeah.
We could get him one of them.
Right, okay. Just on the Martinez front, we have got some merch
We have actually.
for Lisandro Martinez. We can have a little bit of a graphic coming up
You can see Adam.
very shortly. There we go. Look at that handsome devil there, Lisandro Martinez. They call him
you?
Butcher.
Is that you?
That is, it's, yeah.
You look good
Doesn't
there.
look
Yeah,
like
it's,
you.
it's a little while ago, like, it's a few weeks ago, so,
Very-
I've aged.
It's 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
But if you go to paddockmerch.com, there's a link in the chat, I believe. Go and check it out. We've got Martinez merch, we've got Ten Hag merch, we've got Rashford, we've got Bruno Fernandes. If you go to Joe Single,
I'm not single, I've got a girlfriend, but yeah.
there you go.
You know what I
Look
mean?
at that. We've
It's
got
not
all
bad, is
sorts.
it?
Go and check it out. There's a link in the chat, paddockmerch.com. There you go. There's another. There you go. Me and McCola there with our little Ten Hag t-shirts. The Breaking Bad one and the Tag Her one. So go and have a look at that.
Paddockmerch.com. 2 minutes till kickoff. Score predictions. Get your score and scorers in the comments. Who's going to score? And what's the score going to be? Tom, I'll start with you.
I don't know. 2-0.
Yeah? Who's scoring?
I'd like to see Rashford score again. Back it up. There we go.
What have you gone with? 2-0. Sorry. I'm going to go. Do you know what? I can't. I think I was going to say that. I'm going to go a
Say
little
it
bit.
too.
I'm going to go.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1. I'm going to go. Who did you say scoring? Sorry.
Rashford. Do I have to pick the other one too?
No, you can go with that. There is a link there. Put a link in the chat for paddockmerch.com. I'm going to go through some of these predictions there. Get your predictions in. Liam's gone 1-1. Punit Shetty says 2-0 Southampton. Ward-Prowse brace. Nathan Murray says 2-0 Defo. Navoma says 3-1. Jimmy Eldridge says 4-0. What else have we got here? I'm just looking for some of the others. Augusta says 3-1 United. Max K says 3-1 United. And it's Joshy says 9-0. Fitzy B says 2-0. Yeah, there's quite a lot of positivity, I feel, as well. Miles says 3-0. Ericsson brace. Dave Tyler says 4-0. Max Power says 2-0. So yeah, I think the Liverpool game's given us all a confidence boost. I think if this was coming off the back of the Brentford game, it'd be a lot different. Yeah, there's another link there as well to the merchandise, so make sure you check that out. Eric Ten Hag in the week did something that normally I wouldn't be a fan of, but I was a fan of. He pied a journalist. When I say journalist, I'm using it in inverted commas there. Yeah, Gary Cotterill, who's just become this weird little obsessed man.
Yeah.
Like stalking Eric Ten Hag in car parks and just being a bit of a muppet. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was at the press conference and tried to get a question, and Eric Ten Hag was having none of it. Just didn't answer it. Just, Sky always get questions at press conferences all the time. I've never, ever seen that happen before. But I was like, you know what? Fair enough, because you've been proper off key with him.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if you've been asking tough questions, because the United manager should be up for screwing it.
He was signing an autograph for a kid, wasn't he?
Yeah,
and he just got involved.
Yeah, got
with
involved
him.
in Holland, and then against back end of last season against when was it? Was it Sellers Park, wherever it was?
Can't remember who it was, yeah.
He's pre-season. Sorry, he was sort of chasing him around the car park, and then having a dig at him, saying, "Oh, you manager of Manchester United, you should be able to."
It's not a good look, this, or whatever he said about not answering questions. Like, He's just been a twat.
Just you're right. He was just being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's ways to go about trying to speak to the United manager without being a knob about it. James Cooper would never have done that.
No.
So I was a big fan of Eric Ten Hag just having
It was
nothing
a bit
to do with it.
TMZ, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
felt
was.
very American, like
Yeah.
where they're chasing after Kanye West or something.
Yeah,
It felt like
tell us about you. You know, you married with Kim Kardashian. What's going on there? It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Why are you chasing the manager around the car park? Why are you elbowing children out of the way to get an interview with someone through his car window? He's not Harry Redknapp. So Eric Ten Hag's having none of it, and I'm all for that.
yeah, I don't mind it. And I
People
think
are really scrutinising his media presence.
I know. Because he's doing so much bloody press.
I think he's
Talking
doing. I
about
think he's
4
doing
times a
well
game.
though. But he's got that air of you can tell he doesn't suffer fools gladly, but he's relatively friendly.
Yeah.
I don't think he's being difficult. Do you know what I mean? So no, I was a big fan of that. I think it's it's
More the
needed.
same.
Yeah,
This
more
game
than
looks
needed.
like it's being knitted in real time at the moment, doesn't it? Oh, there you go. Sorry, we were lagging slightly, and the game looked like it was made out of wool, which I've never seen before. Who's that there? Got caught out by the pace of the pitch there. Was it Elanga?
Did you see Elanga against Brentford, where Brentford were on the counter, the ball went out, and he ran over and threw it back to him?
Poor lad.
What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Go on, son. You can get a fifth there. Go on, keep going. Oh, hang on a minute. I mean, no, don't.
Sorry, don't. Oh, look, he's taking too long on the ball, Martin. It's too short.
Yeah, it's too. That's the height problem there.
Because if he was tall, he could see over Shea Adams there, and he'd know he'd be able to find a pass. Awful, get him off.
It looks like Sancho on the left there, in case you're wondering. Is Marcus down the middle, Elanga on the right then? Is that how we've set up?
Looks like it so far, yeah.
Which is
Sancho
kind of
left,
expected, isn't it?
Elanga right.
What do you make of that, Tom, of Marcus Rashford being used as a striker rather than on the left?
To be honest, I think he's better there.
Really?
I think he gets really lost on the wing at times. Sometimes he will get into nice positions where he's one-on-one, kind of edge of the box, and he's got tricks, and he can do some crazy stuff. But from a consistency perspective, as a winger, I think he just looks lost down the middle. I think he can cause a lot of problems. He just doesn't finish consistently.
Yeah. It's a shame that we've never really sort of stuck with one position with him in a way, because I don't think he had that purple patch on the left where that seems to suit him. But then we move him over to the right again, and it does.
Ten Hag wants Anthony, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Which means Sancho surely is his left winger.
Right. So then you think
So
Marcus
you
down
think,
the middle.
yeah.
That could work.
Go on then, Dallo.
Look at the sustained
He likes
pressure.
a little clip, doesn't he?
Half my in-laws are Southampton fans.
Are they?
Yeah. Thankfully, I'm not in the wider family group chat with them.
Did you leave?
No, I refuse. I just refuse. Because my missus in it, and I was like, anything they've got to say, you can tell me. She's like, I message them. I'm not falling out with them. Like, I message them individually, but you know what I mean. It's like I hate group chats. So
I'm in so many as well. I know everyone's in so many group chats.
And then like
There can be a moment you
can
look
be
at your phone,
overwhelming.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at your phone 10 minutes, and there can be 50 messages that
Yeah.
you've missed. That's just come on. Who am I?
Yeah, and it's like I feel more
Like I'm
comfortable
the
in my own family
president or
group chat,
something.
like arguing with people and like laying into them.
Yeah.
Where with my in-laws, you have to be a bit more.
You have to be
reserved.
nice.
Yeah, nice.
Like you're on telly or something.
yeah, and it's like I just can't be doing that headache. So.
Bit of a lump forward. Good
The
pass.
long
though.
balls.
Oh,
Stay out
what's
with
he
that.
doing there?
Doing
Well,
well,
actually, to be fair, heading the ball away.
Yeah. That shirt looks like. Then we used to get those old CDs that had like weird patterns on the cases. Like when you used to burn your own CDs, like a rewritable CD.
Yeah.
The Southampton goalkeeper shit looks like an old rewritable CD cover. Now that is a niche reference. I apologise.
I thought that was so revolutionary when you could burn your own CD. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. This is amazing.
I know. It
Beginning
was
of the
great.
end of
Wasn't
the
it?
asbestos generation.
Yeah.
You remember the asbestos years, though, don't you? You say they were the best years
I
of your
pine
life.
for them, yeah. All this, breathing asbestos can kill you. Listen, I was breathing asbestos throughout my childhood. It didn't do me any harm.
And you're fine.
Yeah,
you're
I'm-
largely fine. You know,
one of my lungs is still functioning.
emphysema aside, there's no side
Do you know
effects.
what I mean? Exactly. Hey, bloody wokeism. Wanting to breathe in that
With your
bloody
slate
woke
with
brigade.
wooden roofs.
Yeah, hey, you want to try it like it was in the 80s.
Yeah, when sheds were made out of asbestos and fags.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
The doctor that
Oh, that's
replaced
good
my
time.
lung was smoking.
Yeah.
That's how it was
During
in
the
those days.
surgery?
Yeah, during the surgery.
Using your old lung as an ashtray. He's not using it. It's all going in the bin.
Hey,
Go on then,
could be on
There
here.
we go.
Pick out a pass, son. That was the wrong pass. Why did he do that then? Was that Bruno?
Yeah.
It's like
Just a
you
bad
were saying
pass
there,
all
Tom.
round.
Yeah, 3-on-3, and he's got. Was it Sancho on the right, or I can't remember who was on the right?
Sancho on the left. Alejandro
the-
on the
Malacia-
left.
Malacia, was
Malacia
it?
on the right, and he
was
just
it?
tried to pick out Sancho, and he just goes straight to a Southampton player. Really poor that from Bruno.
Oh, I've gone heavy on the liquids again.
Have you?
Yeah.
What have you?
Theme. Okay.
What have you had?
Just a lot of water.
Yeah, it's nice though, isn't it? Do you like water, Jay?
Yeah, it's meant.
Are you into your liquids?
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
More of a solids guy, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I
have
prefer
noticed that.
nice scran and that.
Yeah. Not much gas work either from you.
What do you mean?
You're not really into your gases, I've noticed.
Me fizzy drinks and that. Yeah.
No, just fizzy drinks.
Yeah.
You know, like your nitrogens.
I mean,
Argon.
Yeah.
Don't mind
Your
it,
noble
you know.
gases.
Noble gas,
Nah,
yeah.
Nobles.
Do you know what I mean?
What's your favourite noble gas, Jay?
Probably.
Hydrogen.
That one.
It's not one, no, but if
Helium.
no.
Xenon, is that a thing?
That is a thing, yeah.
Xanax.
Xanax. Go on then, Brewster. What was that
Right,
about?
what was that?
It was just,
Nah, I've got a lot of time for that.
yeah, I only want 40-yard shots.
Yeah. What was he doing? It's like a pass back.
It was, yeah.
It's like everything you were worried about him, Tom, before the game has come to fruition in the first 5 minutes. He's trying 50-yard shots and Hollywood balls and just not doing the simple things that he should be doing.
I think us dominating a game like this is going to be a bit slower in the making.
Go on, you're away there.
Because we've not been able to do that
Yeah.
for about 10 years.
And this is
haven't
a settled team that know how to frustrate us.
we? Yeah.
And they'll be up for this.
I don't think that's a foul, is it? It looks like he got the ball.
He got. I mean,
Like here, look.
he's
look,
got
he gets
he's
ball.
got the foul there, so fair enough. But he does go down very easily longer.
Yeah.
He was doing it against Liverpool. I remember Atletico when he did it before their goal.
Yeah.
Everyone's going, "Oh, that's a foul." It wasn't. He just went down too easily. I know he's only little, but come on,
It's only a little.
a little bless him, innit? Pocket sized.
There he is, Alanga. But playing very directly.
See,
He's gone down again.
see what I
there.
mean?
Yeah. See, now Southampton can counter-attack. This is the worry, innit? That we're going to hold all the ball and they're going to look dangerous on the counter.
Does look small there, Martinez, doesn't he?
Well done there,
Malacia.
Malacia.
That's not a foul.
Oh, come on.
Oh, he's done you there, lad.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, no. What was he doing there? Malacia did the hard bit, didn't he?
Yeah.
Took the ball off him and then just did a...
Just literally did the pass that their striker
Yeah.
would have done if you could have had it.
I don't know who's shouting at there, Malacia. I don't know why he's shouting anyone. It's his fault. So I watched this
Shouting
again.
at McTominay.
Well,
I never
he
know
was
that.
never going to
No,
get
no,
there,
no,
McTominay, so
that's
it's not
only
his fault.
Malacia's fault, though. Yeah. Oh. Was there not a corner then?
I thought it was.
I think they just
Must have
took
given
it
a
very
goal
quickly
kick.
and giving it away or something. I don't know.
I wouldn't say shaky start from United, but looked a bit panicky there, didn't
A little bit panicky, but going forward, if the pass had been a little bit better, there's
Yeah.
been a couple of opportunities there. That bench on paper looks absolutely unreal,
we?
doesn't
So
it?
much better than it did at the start of the season.
You've got the world's most expensive defender. You've got Cristiano Ronaldo. You've got Casemiro. You've got Luke Shaw, who, you know, a year ago everyone was calling Shabbat.
Even Fred, who has got a decent
What's going on here?
win that. Well done. Good block.
Go on,
Go,
counter,
go,
go on.
go.
Go on, Sancho. Skin him. Oh, nice.
Yeah, skinned him. And then he just... that is Jadon Sancho in a nutshell.
He
that, innit?
takes the ball
great
so close to players,
great
doesn't he?
dribbling,
Still-
and then pass it back to the
That was
fullback.
better by Bruno. A quick ball there.
Oh, is that...
Showed too much of it, I think. Oh, no.
Oh, Should have done better there.
He's put too much on it there, and he
Loads of time. He could have pulled it back. Who was it on the edge of the box as well?
Eric,
I think he
with a
thought
nice
the pass along
there.
the floor was going to
Rashford.
be blocked.
Rashford there, number 10. Although I think he was on him.
It's
not that
It's the
bad.
right idea. He's just
Yeah.
got too much height on it.
It's a tricky cross, actually, but
Yeah, if he got that right, I think Sancho's going to get on the end of it, but he just puts too much on it.
It's Bruno he's going for.
yeah, Bruno in the
is it?
centre.
Yeah.
Right.
Completely overcooked it.
Have you been to St Mary's, Jay?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't mind going, actually. I was going
to say, because obviously you got family connection.
there, yeah, but it's one of them where if I did go, because I don't do many aways anymore, I'd probably end up in a Southampton end of the one.
That'd be alright, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
For
like
a one-off, it's not the end of the world,
it's
is it?
not like- do you know what I mean?
Especially
Not like going to
because it's not a
Anfield,
rivalry.
standing
Yeah,
on the
exactly. Yeah.
Cop. Do you know
Send it
what I
on the
mean?
what?
Cop.
Oh,
is
so
that
it's
what
a-
they call it?
yeah, I just thought you said something else.
Stand Anfield.
Send it on the
called.
cop.
All right.
And by
It's
standing-
difficult to know though.
sitting
It's
on.
difficult to know what it's called because they never talk about it.
They don't actually, do they?
That famous Anfield atmosphere of like singing "You'll Never Walk Alone" for a minute before the game, and then 89 minutes of silence. They were terrible as well. The Liverpool
Yeah, I
fans
heard
on
that.
Monday. They were fucking shocking, awful. They barely perked up when they got a goal back, and they brought a Glazers in. Sam.
Wow. Oh. No. Go on then. Done well though, whoever that is.
Is it Kyle Walker-Peters?
I don't think it is.
No, is it not?
Because
No, that's him now on the
yeah.
ball, isn't it?
Great attempt from Ericsson there, that pass though. They're a good team. Like they play decent football, Southampton, don't they? Everyone does now, though, don't they?
Yeah.
You know when they play shit teams who don't have an idea anymore. Like Burnley, I almost liked them being in the Premier League because they were the last one of that. Like, just fucking stay back.
I honestly
type
felt like
mentality.
they were the worst. They were the only worst footballing team than us last year.
Yeah, and then now
Sounds like an
look at us.
exaggeration, but you watch other teams and just think. I
Even
wish we could
Norwich,
play
when,
like
when we
this.
played Norwich, there was a spell where they were
Yeah.
tearing us apart.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
should've
mean?
Better there. Who's that? It's
Is it?
Oh, you want something?
What's he moaning about there, Che Adams?
should have scored here. Oh no, he
Back
gets a
from
slight
Galloway
deflection,
once.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Nah, he's
It's good. Varane
Not
just
enough in
does
that.
enough to take it off the attacker's head there. Keep playing these long balls.
They are
out.
lumping it, aren't they? It's
Yeah.
not
Why?
working.
I'm loving it. Watchalong clipped ball out to the wings. Yeah, doing the same thing. Look, win that. Well done, Martinez. I know, not to just be almost sort of overly Martinez header, whatever, but he times his headers really well, doesn't he? Like he's got a really good proper winds his neck into it, almost like Vidic used to, where
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like he just loves heading it every time the ball comes near him.
But it's like you say, to get to where he has done in the game, as a centre half for a club like Ajax,
Yeah.
he can't be useless as a centre half.
No, exactly. Yeah,
He must be able to do some of the basics well, like heading the ball.
yeah. It can't just be. Yeah, he's 5'9" and he's never won a header, but he still plays for
Somehow
the
he's got
champions
here,
of Holland,
yeah.
who get in the Champions League every year. Like, but he's shit. Getting every week. That's how good they are. They're playing in pre-season in the Champions League. Are they doing a fourth booster?
Oh, I don't know.
I've not heard any rumours of that.
Would you have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same, mate.
But, like, how come that third one was so crucial? And yet now we don't need it anymore?
I don't know.
Is it because the current sort of strain isn't particularly virulent?
I just think we're just better at it, aren't we? Like, we just can handle it now and that.
You know what I mean, though? It's like, but that third booster came so fast after the second one.
Yeah.
And then it's been like 18 months and I had no boosters.
Nah.
And what? I'm
want me
supposed to be
booster.
fine? I want a booster.
Just rock up to the doctors and tell him, I'm not leaving here until I get a booster.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I've had COVID twice.
Yeah.
Just thought about that. Surely we need another booster.
I just
Yeah,
wait.
James McCabe, this time of year is key for the booster. Cheers, James.
I don't know. One thing I will say is, whatever you do, don't take your medical advice off this watch along.
No, I believe it. It's not going to be wrong, is it? If you said it in a YouTube live chat, you're telling me that's inaccurate. It's basically fucking Fauci in this chat, mate. Someone said, "Why are you bringing up boosters?" I don't know. I just thought about it.
That's a good question.
Why
Why are you bringing up boosters? What's your issue?
Between 2 and 3 was like 6 months. Between 3 and 4, it's been ages. Anyway, sorry.
I'm not asked. I don't like needles, but I'll do as I'm told when it comes to that sort of thing.
Yeah, me too.
Do you know what I mean?
Whatever. There's a booster next month, I said, according to Daniel. All right, I'll put that in my diary. Cheers,
Hey.
Cheers, Dan.
You'll get a text.
Thoughts on the kit, Jay? We spoke about it before.
For me, I'm not that bothered about football kits, right? I just associate them with things. Do you know what I mean? So at the minute, I associate this with us getting battered off Brentford.
Yeah.
So we need to change that.
Me
I mean,
too.
it looks
I
alright.
don't know
I'm not
what
a
that
massive
ball's
fan.
going to achieve. Like, who's he knocking that onto?
It's like we've been asked to do it, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? We've done it a lot in this game, that sort of clip ball out to the wing.
I mean, that was down the middle of Rashford. Like, I don't know what
Yeah.
you can do with that.
No, I don't. Good touch, that. Again, look, another long ball.
It's a great ball, that.
Take that. Keep these long balls coming.
Yeah, we love it now. That's a shiter, though, isn't it?
Alanga, that was
Awful.
terrible.
He's got 3 plays he could pass to there.
He's got to do better there.
Yeah. Like, he could have gone to Bruno round the outside, and there was Rashford
Yeah.
in the middle, Sancho on the left, and he's just put it in between all of them.
It's just little sloppy passes when we're going forward.
Yeah.
Bad decision making a couple of times there. Once with Bruno, once with Alanga, where we would have been in. Could have been in there. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing as well, if we take the lead, they've got to come at us, which you think especially after Monday, would suit us a lot more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hitting them on the break. Whereas if it stays like this, it could be frustrating.
Yeah. Definitely. It was this Martinez. Yeah, they're pushing really hard. Look, they've got, 5 players in our half, and
Yeah.
the ball's only 10 yards into our half. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're really pushing up.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why we're trying to go long a little bit over the top of the press.
Are you surprised that James Ward-Prowse is still at Southampton?
He seems too good for him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been
Like,
there. He's been there all his career.
I
Was
don't
that
know.
thing that came up on the graphic before? 'Cause I think it said I might be completely wrong here, so forgive me. I thought I saw a graphic that said he'd been there since he was 16 or
Yeah,
something. Made his
joined
debut
in
when he was 16.
2011. He's 27 now. Played 300 games for him.
Yeah.
He stinks of a Liverpool transfer to me.
Yeah.
I can just see him in the kit because he's like a Lallana,
Yeah.
an Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Well, they do
like
love
a
it.
sort
They
of
used to, didn't they? They used to love it, didn't they, from
Yeah.
Southampton, like Van Dijk.
Yeah,
and, was Lovren from Southampton?
I think he
as
was,
well.
yeah.
So they did
And
have
obviously Lallana as well.
Klein as well, going back even further, I think.
Ricky Lambert.
Yeah, Ricky Lambert, our mate. So there's obviously a thing there, but yeah, maybe. Just how old is he? Sorry.
27, so
So
he's a good
still
age.
now's the age, isn't it, for a move?
Elanga's having a bit of a game of it today.
I know. I was saying earlier before.
Slicing the ball straight up in the air.
You want
Then.
him to do well because
He's not been really good.
even that when he hit the post on Monday, I thought he should have done better. To be honest with you.
He's got to score that, yeah.
And obviously he
Got a
only
bit
got
of space
half. Right,
Good little switch.
that's better.
Good touch as well. Right, overlap now.
Right, do something. That's it.
Nice. That's
It's good. Oh,
Go on, lad.
Win!
Elanga! Oh!
Oh!
It's
Go on!
It's in, surely.
Oh,
my
are
God.
you fucking joking?
How have they kept that out? We've just had 4 shots
Oh,
on
there
the
must
spin.
be something in there. An handball somewhere. Oh, nice.
Go on, Bruno. Oh, I can't
How
believe he
has
didn't
the
score.
ball not
I
gone
thought
in there?
Ericsson was destined to score then at the end there. 'cause
That's
Langer had a shot.
unbelievable.
Watching this now again. Is it
This is a
Delo?
great cross
With
from
Elanga.
Delo.
Delo picks out Bruno.
Good defending.
Elanga there with a save.
Bruno,
Bruno-
with one. Ericsson. with
Ericsson.
one.
Oh, man.
it's-
That's unbelievable, that.
Ericsson probably could have found a bit of space there.
He's got to go to his right.
Yeah,
he, just goes, he literally
he
hits
goes
his
down the
right.
middle. He's got to do better there.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Ericsson's the one that's because the Elanga one is. I think,
Elanga's the tight angle. He's been
I don't know how he
Actually,
I mean,
Elanga
fair
could have
play,
done better.
yeah.
He does well get it back across.
No, he does, yeah. Ericsson's running onto it with one
That's
man in front
just
of him and hits it straight
brilliant.
at him. Oh. Every game we've had so far this season, we've missed a big chance in the first 20 minutes. Oh, fuck me.
It's better
What
though.
happened there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Frustrating, but At least we're creating chances there. That's, you know, the best chances of the game so far.
Yeah. Yeah, we've looked dangerous a few times, haven't we? Like 3-on-3s and bits like that. We've not quite turned them into. But that's 3 great chances in a row there. Okay, goal playing out.
You can see why
Scott?
Ten Hag wants Anthony, can't you?
Yeah.
Like, one thing I noticed on Monday, and I don't want to be overly critical because I thought he had a decent game, but I know it's different because he's probably going to move more to the left, but Sancho defensively was all over the gaff.
Yeah.
He looked like he was struggling, not with effort, just where to go, and I noticed a lot of his teammates were having to sort of...
It don't come naturally to him, does it?
You could see it's like it was something he was struggling with, and I think that's something Ten Hag will obviously have to work on with him.
Yeah. He's going to be key, though.
Sorry?
Do you think he's going to be key? Do you think like there is any issue with the role he's going to play?
Sancho?
He's come for so much money and he's expected to be this man.
I don't know, I think the one advantage Ten Hag's got, he's not beholden to that. If he don't think he's up to it, he could drop him and no one can go, well, why did you buy him? Because he didn't buy him. So, I mean, he's done it with Maguire, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you can get away with that if you're a new manager. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think he could with Sancho? I think public
I don't think he
opinion's
will,
very different
but
to how
I think
it's
he
with
could.
Maguire.
I think he could look at it and go, because you pointed out with Anthony, Ajax conceded, what was it, 14 goals last season, whatever, and 18,
mental,
whatever, I forget the figure, it was low. And Anthony's defensive work was very good. And I don't want to get carried away from just one game at Liverpool. I just noticed that Sancho looks a bit all over the gaff defensively because he's still a very good player. But I just wonder if that's a factor at all, or if that's something he might want to work on a bit.
I do think with Elanga as well, there does seem to be a sort of final product issue with him at the moment as well. Like, obviously, Sancho's not putting up massive numbers either, but just occasionally you just think, technically, I don't think he's...
Should come for that, though.
No, yeah, I think technically there's, bits that could still be improved with Elanga.
Yeah, I think there's definitely, listen, let's not kid ourselves. I think Elanga, the jury's out for me anyway. I don't think you could go, he's definitely going to make it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's had a decent sort of early start to his United career and he struggled a little bit. There's a player there, though. I just think if we handle him the right way, you can get the best out of him.
He has played more minutes than I would have thought for a player who's at where he's at.
Yeah. He wouldn't, I know we can't really use him as benchmark anymore, but, he wouldn't be in City's squad.
No.
Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't even be on the bench, really.
Yeah.
Probably would he? Probably you could maybe argue the same for the Scouts as well. Yeah, United, he's almost been a regular for a year.
It's a great pass, that Martinez, and that's a good one as well, I think.
Is Delo going to make that?
Yep, just about. Oh, lovely bit of trickery there, and then plays it all the way back.
I was chuffed for him on Monday.
Delo, yeah.
He's had a bit of a stinker in the first 2 games, and I do like Delo.
Yeah.
But he did really well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a pressing concern to get a right back if he can carry on like that.
Yeah,
there's other holes I'd rather.
Yeah.
It's mad in how many holes we've got.
I know.
Finished second a season ago.
I know, yeah.
Do you know
14
what I mean?
months ago, we'd just finished second.
It's like,
And now it's like we need 9 players.
yeah, we need players in every single position. It's like, how's that happened?
One thing I've noticed with Malacia, not much overlapping as a forward. I don't know if that's an instruction or not, but you see Dallo overlapping a lot more on that right than Malacia does on the left. See here, look, he sort of got the option to, but kind of doesn't do it.
Yeah, it's
I don't know if
curious,
that's an
that,
instruction or what.
Yeah.
But, just on Anthony defensively, his tackles and interceptions are in the top 8% of attackers.
See,
and
that-
his interceptions are in the top
that's
2%.
impressive.
Penny of that 100 million.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Play him
he's-
at right back.
doesn't necessarily mean he gets back more because some of those tackles are in the final third, but he's defensively he's quite.
It was just
adept.
a minor sort of quibble with that I've noticed with Sancho. He just looks a bit lost at times defensively. You do that thing where you run to one player and someone shouts at you, then you run to another one.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, like that. Like, when
So
am
a
I
bit
meant to be
reactionary.
here? And you feel like it's not, like you say, it doesn't come natural to him. I'm not saying he can, adapt and learn a bit because, last season, I don't think he was getting any sort of help.
No.
But maybe, as well, if you're in front of someone like depending on what side he plays, if he is in front of Delo, he just needs to help out a lot more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's probably why we've seen Elanga play a lot of games because he tracks, doesn't he? He works very hard.
Yeah, he does. He does put a shift in.
Bloody hell. Did well there, Southampton, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right. We go from laying balls in on the edge of the 18-yard box to ball back at De Gea's feet.
Nice.
Yes.
I felt like he could
Slow
have.
there, didn't he? Is that Ericsson? If that's Elanga, he's getting to that, isn't he?
Yeah. It's not had much of the ball, is he, so far, Marcus?
No.
Just getting
Playing as
into-
the number 9 and
Yeah, he's not really, he's barely touched it.
yeah. Yeah. With Martial and Ronaldo out.
You got
We
to
are
bring
lacking
in
up front,
another
aren't we?
attacker.
Yeah.
You can't have rely on Anthony Martial. Well, I like the kid, but you know, he's
Even just physically.
yeah,
He's,
you know what? He missed the start of the season because he got an injury in pre-season. He's played 45 minutes and he got another injury. I mean,
And that's not like that has been the case his whole career, hasn't it? He always has at least a month or two out of season,
yeah,
it seems.
and you've also got that thing of you still don't know if you can definitely rely on him.
No.
I think, you know what I mean. Like he's had 2 seasons where he struggled. So yes, he when he has played recently, especially in pre-season, he's looked good. But you still got question marks there. I don't think you can say, oh, you know, it's nailed on.
No.
If he comes back in, he'll be, you know, he'll get you the goals you need or whatever.
Yeah,
I think the intention would always to have been replace Ronaldo if he goes, but if he goes at the 11th hour, what's going to happen?
That's what I mean, because you've not got, for me, you've not got a youngster who's ready yet either.
No.
Like, I love Charlie McNeil, but I don't think he's there yet.
And even if you wanted to play a different way, Garnacho's so unproven that, again, it would be unfair to force him into the team, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just on Martial's injuries, it's not even that he has like loads of days off, but it's like it's just 1, 2, like games missed, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's quite regular as well. So it's every sort of couple of months he's missing a game or 2 here and there, and then obviously had a knee ligament injury which kept him out for 14 games. But if you look, it's just like he's missing every sort of 5th or 6th game. He can't get that run where you like play 30 games in a row like Benzema or something like that, where you can just rely on him for a season. You know he's going to have hamstring, muscle injury, you know, like...
It's a shame as well, because you want to
disjointed.
see, you know, I was looking forward to seeing this season after pre-season, him, Sancho and Rashford, seeing what they could do together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's just not happened, has it? And even against Liverpool, you saw a glimpse of it, didn't you? Like, he linked up well with Rashford when he came on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's his injury? Is it just a reoccurrence of the niggle he had?
It's an Achilles injury, apparently.
Is it the same one that was pre-Liverpool that kept him out?
No, I think
no,
that was
a calf or a hamstring.
Yeah, hamstring or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was a hamstring. So yeah, it's something different.
What do you think about the pursuit of De Jong? Like, if we're just not getting a player of that profile at all, because Casemiro is not a replacement signing.
I would come back for De Jong.
Yeah.
One last push. Sack Anthony, he's climbing all over him there. Sack Anthony off.
Yeah.
Go back in for De Jong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Talk
then just get
of
like a
accepting
League
a wage
2
cut,
winger.
I think.
It's just weird. It's so
It is
weird
weird.
that we've gone after him for so long. Like, surely either Ten Hag has spoke to him or spoke to someone who knows him, and there's been this indication that he wants to come to United.
Don't need to, mate.
Yeah.
Just feels right.
Just feels right.
But we surely need a player of that profile.
Yeah, someone who's... It's like Ericsson's kind of doing it at the moment, isn't he?
He is. He's filling in, but Ericsson's, you know, he's
Why
he's
do
a lot
that?
older and
Yeah, he's...
I'm so stupid that
5,
for
6 years
Bruno.
older than De Jong. No options here. Sancho. Hold on.
where can he go?
I know, yeah, there's nothing on, is there? They're a good team, aren't they? They're very well drilled and disciplined,
better.
aren't they, Southampton? They're always in the right places.
I think in the past, though, we'd go 1-0 down in this game.
Again, he's
from
on the
there.
deck there, moaning, or, you know, he's just too weak.
Well done. Good positioning there, Martinez.
Yeah, I think watching
Get close,
Eriksen
get
filling in
close.
for that job, he's just not got the legs at times.
No.
No.
If it isn't
Yeah,
De Jong you're bringing in, there has to
against-
be someone like that.
Against Liverpool, I noticed it. Last 25, 30 minutes, he looked like he was like, he could barely run, Ericsson, at times.
Yeah, he looked knackered.
He wasn't
Do you know
tracking
what,
his
though?
men or anything.
A lot of them were running to the ground.
Yeah.
Rashford was goosed. Sancho looked goosed.
Yeah. He's
Do you know what
surprised
I mean?
that they've started the same team 6 days later after, you know, running so much more
Yeah,
than they
because
used
there
to.
were a lot of, I think it might have been Marcus had cramp, you know, a few of them looked
Martinez had cramp, Varane
like.
had cramp.
Yeah, he obviously proper put a shift in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is what you want to see, but physically it does take its toll, obviously.
Just don't want to concede that first goal, like you were saying, Tom. It's like, just back to
Because
the
you
old
see how well
routine,
they can
innit?
sit in.
And it's coming now, look.
Oh, my lord.
Should have scored there as a
Scored
lad.
there. Fucking hell. Is he a defender? He hit that like he was. Look at that. Good touch, but...
Great touch.
Just, he's reaching so much, it can only go up, innit?
I don't know how much he knew about that touch, to be fair. Looking at that replay, I think he's just...
Bit of pressure from Ericsson.
Yeah.
As I said, it's like fucking Bergkamp. Jesus, what a touch.
Hey, if he'd have buried that, he'd have well said he meant it.
Yeah, it would.
Oh, you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
Sorry, I just followed through again there. All right, take your time a bit, Jesus.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that the second
No,
time
pass
there. And that's cost us possession.
He skinned him and then...
Oh, this is one way in a minute, isn't it?
I know.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
Just
Ah,
getting
it
a
is.
bit of
Should have done.
Yeah.
mind pressure in now, aren't we? He's done well
Bloody hell
there.
there.
He did well there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Especially
high
now,
risk, that, isn't it? It's
and
just-
yeah, especially when in the last few minutes they've had all the ball. You just need to play it safe
Oh,
and keep
come
possession
on.
for a minute there, Rashford. Like a back heel isn't. It's not the time for that. Get. That's a nice little pass in it, Bruno.
Better. He's got 3 men on him there, Sancho.
He's unlucky there. It's
Yeah.
just-
Not much on, was
no.
there?
He doesn't quite have that burst of pace to just kick it
No.
and run after it.
No. Good defending, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Crowded him out.
Yeah. Win that. Well done. Oh,
Just what David wants.
well done, McTominay there. Did enough to put him off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just a bit edgy this now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You just get sick of United being a team that hold all the ball and just still lose. Like you just think at some point, why can't we turn pressure
better.
into
Right,
goals?
it's offside. Leave it, leave it, leave it.
Well done, Rashford. It's good running that.
Oh, it's-
No, I didn't need that. Should have played it out wide.
You see what Simon Jordan was saying?
Got what? Don't
suit
tell
doesn't-
me.
Suit doesn't fit in that
Yeah,
one.
he's a small man in a big
Small man in a
suit.
big suit that's too big for him.
Simon Jordan, right? It's just a perfect example of someone who's got a large vocabulary, sounds posh, and knows fuck all about anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Small
Because
man
he
in a big
sounds
suit
like
is such a
someone
Donald
who
Trump
does.
thing to
Yeah.
say, isn't it?
He didn't say because he's not as. I thought he was going to be as big as Yap Stam or something.
Yeah, he's
Maybe
meant
not
to
in
have
size, but in stature.
Yeah.
With the,
What are you on
What
about?
are you on
Toxic
about?
he is.
How's a
Like,
man
wait-
who like almost ran Crystal Palace into the ground become some sort of authority on football?
And also, like, what do you mean you thought it was going to be like something? Because they were both Dutch and Ball.
Yeah.
That's literally all you're saying there. Like,
They all look the same.
What's that? What is that as a... I thought he was going to look like Yap Stam. Why?
You know when we
What
bought
made you
Malacia,
think he would look like
I
Yap
thought he was going to
Stam?
look like Dion Dublin.
Yeah.
Like, what are you on about?
I know. Why would you think that? You're an idiot for thinking he would look like Yap Stam.
He
looks
even had,
nothing
didn't he have a
like
pop
him.
as well after we beat Liverpool? He was still having a dig. Like
That was
can't remember.
that.
Oh, was that after?
That was
Yeah.
after the
Oh,
Liverpool
sorry,
game.
right, sorry.
He said all I saw was a little man in a big suit.
Says the man who appointed Ian Dowie as his manager. Why don't you shut up?
I knew you'd have an opinion on that, John. That's a foul.
It was kind of funny though. I did enjoy the fact that you had like Tony Cascarino did a piece about in the Times or wherever, just slagging off Bruno, saying that he was like the most dirtiest, worst player ever. You've got
After Liverpool.
yeah,
Yeah.
You've got Simon Jordan saying that you're who was it? That idiot who used to play for Liverpool for 2 weeks and he now thinks he's
Oh,
like that cheerleader.
Jose Enrique.
Yeah, Jose Enrique saying that Ronaldo was so disrespectful to Carragher and all this. It's like there was a meltdown, and it's
Yeah.
good to see that.
It is
Do you know what I
nice.
mean? I miss all that.
Hold on.
Because it's usually people revelling in our
against, isn't it?
demise. Oh, mate, that's happened to Langer too often this game.
Go on. Oh, he's
He's just
lucky
been
there.
dispossessed again.
He's lucky there, whoever that was.
We are going to hear from Andy Tate at halftime as well. Get involved in the chat and the comments. Don't forget as well to hit subscribe to the channel. How many people are watching?
Over 3,000.
Over 3,000. Give us a like as well. Chuck a like in there. Southampton trying to break here again.
See, that's good there. Malacia was so close to Ward-Prowse that he couldn't turn back and pass it to Walker-Peters. If that's Shaw,
Yeah.
he's a yard away and he
nowhere
can play
near
that
it.
ball back to Walker-Peters on the corner there. It's just cutting out danger before it happens.
He's never been natural ability with shoulders, the issue.
No.
Yeah.
It's just effort.
Yeah.
He's just lazy. I'm
And
sorry, and I hate saying that about footballers.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's times when you look at him, you think you're not quick enough in terms of you're not making enough effort to get back in time or to get over to your man.
Yeah.
And you can do
It's
that.
like he don't like being tired or something, isn't it? It genuinely looks like he's someone that's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'll just do this bit instead.
You know, you go and
I'll make it look like I've tried.
it's annoying when you see it for England and you see him sort of putting in that effort and
Yeah.
showing us what he's capable of. Go on, whip it in.
Oh, driver.
Keep the ball. It's a good pass, that.
Fucking hell.
Malacia comes really centrally there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
We've got the ball on the right. It's a great cross, that. Oh, lucky.
And that's the lack of a striker, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. If you've got a number 9 there, they're right on the last man, aren't they? It's a great cross,
ball.
that. Yeah, bouncing twice
Although, yeah.
inside the 6-yard box. Someone's got to be on that.
Yeah, that's
He's not far off Bruno, is he? Just not quite.
Yeah, maybe I'm being harsh. It's just unlucky, isn't it?
Everton versus Liverpool next week.
Do you care about that? I don't care if Everton win.
They hardly ever win.
Which is what, once every
One-sided
40 years?
derby. Like,
It is, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Everton's record in that is absolutely
Especially away.
atrocious.
Haven't they won once in like 40 years? at
Yeah,
Anfield?
it's something
it was
ridiculous.
like, was it last year or the year before? First
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
the one.
yeah,
It was,
a long
it was
time
when there
with
was
that penalty.
COVID, wasn't it? Because there was
Yeah,
no fans there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, just,
It must be hard work being an Everton fan. Watching, like, you know,
Yeah.
even when Liverpool were pretty crap, Everton never beat them.
Everton was still shit.
rarely
And
beat
still
them.
lost, yeah.
Yeah.
It is rough, isn't it? It's really rough. Go on! Oh,
no.
shit.
That was
I
odd.
don't know what
Everything about
Martinez did there. Didn't know the man was behind him, did he? I think he thought De Gea was coming or something.
Oh, yeah, he's not realised, has he, that Che Adams has got in there between
Yeah.
them both.
I'll be a bit
that.
sharp.
Job, this is wrong foot. I think.
What's that, Ericsson? Come on, man. You didn't need to do
Trying
that.
too hard there, isn't
Yeah, you just play it simple. Would you take it? No.
In this game?
Yeah.
No. Do we win on penalties?
I don't mind 0-0 at half time.
No, that's all
So
right.
I just want us to, over the 90, figure it out.
My mate said to me before they got to the ground on Monday, he went, would you take a 1-0 loss now?
Honestly, my dad said the same to me, and he said he would.
I was like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah, like genuinely, because it's
So I
like
was
Way
scared.
to lose.
Yeah, I thought we could get a good hide in it.
because-
Do you know what I
because
mean?
he
Like
was
the way
saying,
things
like-
have been going.
yeah, the most likely outcome at that game was 3 or 4-1.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
And like it would be a massive improvement on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems so mad to say
I'm
that
glad you- I'm glad-
there
I'm
was
glad you
there were
answered that,
some
because
types
that's
of
what
losses
mine
against
is,
Liverpool
that.
that could have actually felt not too bad.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
could never,
amazing.
in my mind, take that before kick-off.
Yeah.
It is
I did
true.
say no to my dad, by the way, but he was like, "There's a 2-1 loss that doesn't look too bad here, you know."
He's
And I was
got.
like,
I think your
I
dad
think
makes a
you're
great
right.
point because when my mate said it to me, I was like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? It is mad.
I think I might have even gone for it.
The whole how far we've fallen thing. Yeah, we have fallen quite far. That's where we're at.
yeah.
Like, you know,
Take a loss now to the Scousers. Jesus, man.
would you take a loss now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not worse than that. The right type of loss.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's a good foul to give away. Wow. He's really gone for the, what's that guy from Street Fighter called? With a haircut?
Not Sangriaf, is it?
No. Looks so much like him with that haircut. Guile. There's fucking Scott McTominay, look.
Nice.
Lovely. Do you ever play Street Fighter, Jay?
Yeah, it's my era, that.
Yeah.
Old, Nintendo 64, whatever it was.
Something like that. The old...
Was it?
No, I don't think it was.
Was it? I thought it was Street Fighter. I thought it was... forgive me.
What's the Street Fighter? Oh, what did it come out on? I think it probably came out on Nintendo.
I thought it was. I thought my mate had it. I remember Nintendo 64.
Probably right.
I'm sure
Yeah, I think it did.
I'm sure he had the Street Fighter.
Were you good at it?
I've never been a big gamer, me kid.
No.
Like throughout my life, I've never loads of people I know into FIFA and stuff like that.
I was into FIFA for a bit.
Yeah, but I've never been that guy. I like to play it.
What are you into? Sort of live animals? More than games.
Chucking garbage out the window. And that.
You like to fly tipping and live animals?
Fly tipping, big on fly
You're big
tipping.
in the chinchilla scene.
Chinchilla, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I had a little scam going on there.
Yeah. Man United have got to the 38th minute of a game without conceding a goal for the first time in an away match, lots of words, since February.
That's such amazing
That
progress.
stat will be on a t-shirt soon, available from paddockmerch.com. And it's also going to be a new chant we'll be trying out for the Arsenal match, so look out for that one.
Yeah, we'll be workshopping a tune to go along with it. I think Sloop Job B's usually all right, isn't it? It's a safe bet, isn't it? This is the first away match. We haven't conceded it in the 38th minute since February.
Since February.
It's 0-0 at half time. 0-0 at half time. We haven't conceded before the 38th minute in a away match since February. It's 0-0 at half time.
There you go.
Very memorable.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I'll be
heard
getting that
worse.
going into TRA next week, don't you worry about
At
that.
least it's not we're by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. It could be worse.
What's the worst chant? What's the chant you hate?
That's the one that's Molly's favourite.
What we're
We're by far, because it's just this lullaping, lazy bag of wank that is sang by the worst teams in England.
Yeah.
We're by far,
Do you know what I used to hate?
the farts fall out my arse. It's just beige.
I used to hate, like, I think the Spurs fans used to do it with Ali, and I've heard it a few other chants as well. It's like, I just don't think you understand.
Yeah.
We've got Ali, Deli Ali. I just don't think you understand. Well, I do.
I do
And
understand.
he's not all that.
And it's on loan at Fenerbahce. I do understand.
I don't like the one they do with the goalkeepers. Oh, you shit bastard. It's very teenage.
It is. It's very six-a-side, that, isn't
Yeah.
it? You fat bastard. God. Yeah, what's your least favourite chant? Get it in the comments.
Yeah.
There were some good ones, I'm sure. We haven't had a shot since that absolute flurry of madness, have we?
We're still sort of
all of our
celebrating the
shots
fact
wasted.
we got to the 38th minute without conceding a goal. It's not us for 6, that one.
Stephen Tries with a super chat says, "Is it true McGrath is starting Stretford Kennels?" There is a rumour going around that
What?
Joe McGrath is also into his live animals, but not in a good way.
Really?
I think it's unfounded at this stage, but we
Is
are.
it unfounded?
the police are
You
looking
know him
into
quite
it.
well.
Go on.
Stretford Kennels.
Yeah.
Well done there, Scott McTominay. That's a foul. Yes, here we go. Ericsson 1-0.
Huge.
Ericsson 1-0. Ericsson 1-0. Ericsson 1-0.
Yeah.
Barely any contact, is there?
Is Joe
done
logged
well.
in on that YouTube channel?
Is he what? On the...
Could that have been Joe that wrote that?
Yeah. His own... He loves publicity.
He's dissing
he
himself.
doesn't care.
I honestly think that was
Yeah.
him. I can't imagine it being anyone else. Is anyone else at the channel a United fan?
Stephen would watch it.
Would he?
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Just
enough.
to get his comment read out.
Just to get his super chat read out. £2 as well. I'll take that. Cheers, man.
Push the ball out.
You know what I mean? Penals.
Settle the bet. Super chat, you got to read it out.
It's got to be... surely...
There,
Bruno
shot
will get
of
him
Ronaldo
360.
there in the crowd. In the crowd, in the dugout, not in the crowd. He's not gone home.
Bruno's stepping up with purpose.
Bruno's the one who's sort of...
Where's this going, Bruno?
In,
probably going to
Yeah?
hit,
Right.
gonna hit Ronaldo in the crowd. Over the bar. Deflected, didn't you, saying?
Half right.
Top of the wall. Should have said
Just
that.
robbed
You would've
Ericsson
said
of
that,
a goal
wouldn't
there.
You would have said that, wouldn't you? Yeah. Top of the wall.
It's been dull, hasn't it?
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to make some changes. He brought off Elanga, didn't he, at half-time against Liverpool. Half-time now. We'll be hearing from Andy Tate shortly, so get involved in the chat and the comments. So I've got the remote for this TV because it's about to go off. But yeah, I'm not too disheartened with that because, you know, solid 45. And also, for once, we've got some options on the bench. If we do want to bring on Ronaldo, or if you wanted to maybe bring on Casemiro, just to see if we can pick out a few passes and get Eriksen further forward.
It's weird, isn't it, Casemiro? Because it's like, you just want to see him play, but
he's not.
I don't know if we need him for this moment.
You'd probably think Fred is more someone who's
win the ball up high up the pitch.
Yeah, getting forward.
It's Casemiro's experience that I'm looking forward to, because he's been used to playing in a team where you have a few big games a season, and then if you're going to do anything, you play so many games of this type. You have to find the results.
That's what Madrid do well, isn't it? Where they just
Madrid just handle pressure so well, don't they?
It's unreal,
you know what I mean?
actually.
Like, 2-0 down, or whatever it was, against City with 5 minutes to go, and they're just proper chill.
I know.
Like, there's no panic. It's like, we got this.
I think that is the big problem with our team. We've got too many players that can't handle the pressure of playing for United, and they just melt when it goes wrong. We go a goal down, and they don't know what to do.
I think it's a good point, because I feel that's why we sort of flourished when it was COVID. It's almost like having no crowds helped us. Do you know what I mean? And then crowds will come back in. I know we did still win football matches, but it just seems like once things start going wrong,
the personalities aren't
there. The shirt gets too heavy for him, and it is a bit strange. Because talent-wise, we're all right.
Yeah, we've got a chat here. It's all caps. Told you all. Too giddy after Liverpool. Be lucky to nick a win here. Jay?
Told you all.
Do you remember when he told you that?
Did he?
Too giddy. Too giddy after Liverpool win. Listen, you can't get giddy after a Liverpool win. There's just
What's
no
the point
point
in watching United?
I mean, I'm not quite, as infuriated as my man is there after that 0-0 at half-time. I think there's still a lot of football to go.
Jay, you're too fucking
Told
giddy.
you, El! Erik ten Hag, he's rubbish! Get rid of him! What's he doing? You're getting giddy after Liverpool now with Jordan Southampton because we're rubbish! They're better than us! It's not that bad, bro. Like,
That is it.
I mean?
Fair point, Wemo.
Johnny Cena says Liverpool played poorly. Not sure who got giddy. Oh, now everyone's going back in their caves, aren't they? I'll say it. I got really giddy, and I'm still giddy. And this 0-0 isn't changing my mind. I got really giddy. I thought we were going to win the league after beating Liverpool. I stick by it.
I took my missus to that game. And I said to her, this is...
He said, this is Christmas.
I said this is just the best day I've ever had.
No idea how lucky you are.
I said, this is the best night of my life.
Hey,
she's like, wow, that's great, considering we've got 3 kids.
You went, drink this in. Don't get better than this.
I tell you what, it don't get better. When you got Andy Tate on this channel, let's get him in here. Come on, Andy.
Who's stepping out?
I'll step out. Let's get Andy on.
Booting water and that. Here's Andy Tate coming in now. We've got a super chat from Christopher Cox. Jay... Interesting that. Jay, has anyone ever said that you... I'll say it when you get back. Has anyone ever said that you look like a black Joe Rogan?
I look like a black Joe Rogan?
No, they don't say that you do. They've asked if anyone's ever said that you do.
That's a cop-out, isn't it? Just
It is.
say it.
Say it.
Joe Rogan gets called the white J Motti all the time.
He said Joe Rogan gets called the white J Motti all the time. Thoughts on that first half, Andy?
More defensively sound.
Yeah.
Quite happy with it. Just lacking a bit of creativity. We had 1 chance and had 2 other chances, but the ball should have been better.
Yeah.
That free kick at the end, I thought Bruno, he wants to be in the middle of everything, doesn't he? And maybe it should have been Eriksen. But defensively sound, we've been better today. And let's say their defending was fantastic. I mean, if you ever want an example of great defending, there it is for the chance we had. Three saves in a space of like 10, 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah, if that.
Fantastic. But we've been better defensively, and you can see the team bond that's there. But we need to change it second half now, I think. And we definitely need some up front.
Yeah. But I think just generally we need to bring something in up front, don't we?
Yeah, because losing Martial's going to be like a sick note all season now. I mean, I didn't even know he was injured until this morning when I got up.
I think it's some sort of Achilles injury. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. What do you think we need in that second half, Tom?
Who is on the bench?
So we've got...
obviously Ronaldo's there.
Yeah, we've got Ronaldo. That's pretty much it in terms of forwards, unfortunately. Garnacho as well.
Garnacho on there.
So it's Ronaldo, Garnacho. Van der Beek can maybe get you something in the attacking areas, but that's it.
I wouldn't be opposed to Garnacho coming on. Like, if you're dominating the ball and it's an outlet that you can just keep giving it to, you keep giving it to Elanga, and nothing's really happening.
No. Yeah, it's not.
Still banned.
You've been banned off Instagram?
Oh, yeah, I've been banned off Instagram.
Okay.
Just somebody else using my name.
Have they banned the wrong Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I think we all know who it is. Yeah.
Is that actually what's happened?
There's nothing it could be, no?
Yeah. No, I'm still waiting on an appeal. Got a month's ban for you tell me. If I've done something wrong, I'll hold my hands up. But it's, a certain bald-headed Andy Tate who thinks he's a wannabe, you know what I mean? When I am the original. There's only one Andy Tate.
There is only one Andrew Tate, that's
and I'm
sure.
suspended for 30 days, so up yours.
Saji Madej says, Bruno needs to stop playing like a 9. We need help in midfield. Mackie says, like playing with 10 men in possession with McTominay. I don't think he's had a bad game, McTominay. Do you? He's been all right.
He's been okay.
Not done much wrong.
Yeah, but I think it's calling for maybe Casemiro.
Yeah,
now.
get him on.
Get
him
him on.
Yeah.
Change the midfield a bit, like say maybe call it Van der Beek as well. So we're crying for the striker now. Let's say United had another bid turned down last night. Was it for
90 million apparently for
Euro? Yeah.
9 million euros for
crazy
Anthony.
Dutch so and so.
That is mad, isn't it?
The annual turnaround for Ajax is 120 million euros a year, and they've just knocked back 90 million euros.
It is mad,
Jesus
isn't it?
Christ! What are they smoking?
They'll get more as well.
They must have took the email in one of them calves outside, outside the town.
Do you think
centre.
we'll go bid more for him?
I think we'll go again. I think there must be something there in that they've communicated what they'll accept. Because
You'd think so.
the thing is though, if we get Anthony, they want a PSV lad, don't they? Is that right?
Well, I thought they were in for possibly Ziyech.
Yeah, that was one of the rumours, wasn't it? But then Chelsea wanted
But you might be
40
right,
million.
yes.
So we want 2 targets. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that's not an option, we'll just get the PSV lad. I'll take him because PSV went out of Europe, didn't they? So
Saying that Ajax insist they've got no intention to negotiate at all about Anthony. 90 million in the turn of that down.
I love the Europa League draw. Nice trip to Cyprus. Oh yeah.
You going?
I went this year. I'm sorry. The flights and tickets will be extortionate. There's no chance of that.
No. They're good. I've never been to Cyprus. Is it nice?
Oh, it's gorgeous, mate.
Is it?
Got family over there. It's gorgeous, gorgeous.
Where's your favourite part of Europe to go on holiday?
I like the Balkans. So Slovenia, very, very nice.
Really?
Yeah.
Never been?
Never been.
Montenegro, Bosnia, around there.
I've been there for a day.
Jewel.
Very cheap there, isn't
Can
it?
be, yeah.
We went in Croatia and went there for a day.
All you need is a place and cheap beer. That's all you need, isn't
That's
it?
true.
Any place will do.
Fergal McClements says, if we could get a better outlet than Alanga, this game is one easy. I don't think it's just him. It's not like Rashford and Sancho have been having loads of shots. I don't think he's had a great game, Alanga, but I don't think it's the case that he's the only thing stopping us winning easily. Stephen Malone says, the golden moment for Garnacho to come on. I could see that, to be honest.
Yeah.
That feels about right, doesn't it? Give him a chance. Rohit says, Andy, where did you get your chain? Little Man United chain.
My man bought it me about 2007. I've kept it on him ever since.
Nice, isn't it?
And it's the way I remember her. So that's it, yeah.
Lovely. Ian Doll says, clean sheet is good. Now go and win the match. Simple. Thoughts?
When's that shirt coming out?
What
Well,
shirt?
we haven't let a goal in for 38 minutes since February. And
It's
we're
a
putting
great
for
shirt,
that.
isn't it? It's
Keen.
just-
Yeah, I'm
quite-
keen on that.
It's
I'm
quite,
keen on that.
It's quite wordy is the only thing. I don't know how we'd get it all, but it's definitely worth putting out there. First time we've not conceded in the first.
Yeah, I think
That's really shit, isn't it? We haven't had a clean sheet certainly since February away.
February.
It's
It just shows how bad it felt. We were
Worst
awful.
away record, wasn't it, for
Yeah.
about 86 years or something like that.
It's terrible. Do you expect any change at half time, Andy?
Yeah, I think you have to because Southampton, like, they have 3 good chances and they'll be buoyed by that. You can still get at us. Like there's always going to be chances in games. It has been, let's say, the first 20 minutes feeling each other, feeling each
Sounds
other
nice
out.
when you put it like that. But it's quite stressful to watch.
Can only get better.
Yeah, things could only get better, but psyching each other out first 20 minutes. But it's been like even stable-ish. So we have to, I think, change it a little
We
bit.
need something to take it from being like a bit of a back and forth match to us,
Game changing.
creating chances and stuff. Don't we? Do you think Casemiro is that, or do we almost do we? Maybe Ronaldo.
Maybe.
Ronaldo and Casemiro.
Yeah.
I personally, I'd leave McTominay out before Fred. Just I think he has a bit more energy and moves the ball a bit quicker. I think McTominay at times struggles to find quick passes when it gets a bit congested.
Yeah.
Who would you take? Would you take Ronaldo for Olanga?
And stick Sancho right, Rashford left.
Yeah, because Rashford's done nothing. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's one game. Don't keep doing it. It's just one game.
It's not as if we're finding tons of space in behind. They are sitting in.
Yeah.
And some of the chances have come from crosses into the box where someone's just not been on the end. So Ronaldo, it's probably a bit of a no-brainer in the second half.
I agree. I think like this front three works better when you're playing balls into behind defences, and we've not really had much chance to do that, have we? So yeah,
That's not
I'd
going to
say
change
get
in the second
Ronaldo.
half.
A lot of people saying Langer for Ronaldo. Bring on Jones.
I'm a bit scared Ronaldo may be leaving.
Use him while he's there, though.
Yeah, no, but if you sell Ronaldo, if we don't get anybody in, then you still sell Ronaldo. Yeah, we got Martial and Rashford up next.
Yeah, it is hard, isn't it? But then I don't think it's good having someone that clearly doesn't want to be there, sat on the bench for $500,000 a week if he stayed.
He's got a World Cup coming up. I understand that as well. He wants to play in the Champions League, but be remembered for getting us back into the Champions League by winning the trophy that can get us there.
That'd be good.
I think he just doesn't want to play in this system. He wants to go somewhere where he can be the player he was at Juventus, where it's just give me the ball.
Yeah.
Or United last season, give me the ball.
Yeah, I bet he doesn't fancy it particularly. I'm sure he thinks he
would get into any other Premiership side.
Do you think?
I don't think he would now.
I think he would. Yeah, he would.
I don't think.
His work rates.
They all make that signing.
But his work rate's phenomenal. You can't deny it. I mean, he will go into any other side in Europe. It's just the wages. Like I say, he's the ultimate professional next to Lionel Messi, and that's it. I mean, say a lot of United players like they fear him, or did they look up to him, or is it split? So who knows? Supposed to have they had a big clear the air meeting this week, didn't they? Something I was reading that. Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, hopefully. Obviously, if he goes, we have to replace him. I just don't think it's worth the drama. Let's just get rid of.
He's not the future either, is he?
No. If he was 22, you'd be like, right, give him a season. Let's try and convince him that this is going to work. That laptop needs plugging in, by the way. But he's not, and he's going to go at the end of the year, no matter what, probably. So let's, cut the shit and do it.
I was always happy for him to stay if he wanted to stay.
Yeah.
But the fact that he doesn't, why would we fight to? Keep that player.
It's my laptop, that. It's just there, just go up there.
Is it?
Yeah, that was my laptop.
Did you buy it? Did you watch the advert and then buy it?
No, sort of, but I got it for less than that price.
Did you?
Yeah, from Curry's.
Have you got a guy? Did someone sort you out?
No, you just got to get it on the right date, double discount.
Black Friday, innit?
Nice.
Yeah. Del Boy, freewheel van. Not really, but yeah, online discount.
Potato Allianz says it's borderline annoying. Our players only play somewhat decent when their position is on the line. Cough McTominay or Shaw when Tellez first got there. Do you think that's what it is? The fact that McTominay seems a bit better because we signed Casemiro.
It's a completely different game this to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming that's a reference to
they had a lot of possession.
On Monday.
They had a lot of possession, Liverpool Monday. So this is like trying to figure each other out. It's going to be one of those. Southampton won last week as well. That was their first. I think that was their first 3 points of the season on it, and they lost the previous. They were on a bad run from last season as well. So
second half of Brighton, we had all the ball, just couldn't. We just really struggled with decision making and creating opportunities. It's the same again.
I know.
Urgency will play a part second half now. I don't want to lose. If it stayed like this, I'd be happy. You know what I mean? You're still building on confidence and all that. Obviously, we all want to win, but you just got to wait and see. Just if it stays like this, so be it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I want to win.
We're not chasing the game though, and
that's a big.
That's a big if. Yeah, that's a big if.
We found our way in now.
There's a good advantage.
Yeah, like I said, the fact that we've conceded in every away game since February, it's nice that we're going in at half time, level playing field, clean sheet. Like we haven't seen that in 7 months. Which is just absolutely
I think at times,
insane.
it's the panic knowing that we need to score 2 or 3 to avoid this being a catastrophe and another crisis, whereas you take one in the last minute here.
Yeah, absolutely. Bruno has no stamina, according to Daniel. I disagree with that. I think he's got a lot. He plays every week and he sprints around like a headless chicken half the time. Taylor Green, why would you bring on someone that has put in their 2-week notice, play someone that wants to be there and we'll put in a shift? We haven't got anyone. We've got no strikers on the bench at all except Ronaldo. I wish we did, but what else are you going? Who are you going to bring on? You can't bring any of them on up front.
Is he going to blow the lid? if he goes the next 7 days. I hope he rocks the Glazers to the core.
You think
I
he will?
really does. Don't just rock it. If this is fuel for ammunition to keep the pressure on, rock the foundations. That's what
I wonder if he will blame the Glazers though, or whether he's just sick of losing. I wonder if he'll blame it on them or the management or his teammates. I don't know what Ronaldo thinks of the Glazers. Obviously, I hope he comes out and says,
But he's the one player who will truly stand up for the fans.
He's probably been surprised at how
I think
much
on
of a shambles it is behind the scenes.
Yeah. I think he's seen it, and like I said, he went into Carrington, and Jesus Christ, it's the same tiles. There's where they made a dent in the roof 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When the first came. So yeah, I hope he rocks the foundations to the core. If he leaves, like you say, shake him up.
The second half's kicked off. We'll get Jay back in just a second. Give us your score prediction, Andy. How do you think this is going to end?
I have a 1-0 or 1-1.
Pick one. Go on.
1-0.
Yes, that's what we wanted to hear. Yeah, second half has kicked off. United versus Southampton. We've got a super chat from Tiesco Santa Clara. Why is United willing to pay 90 million for Anthony, but won't pay 70 million plus 17 million deferred wages for De Jong, a proven player that was your number one priority? Because they're not the same position. We've signed 2 midfielders. We haven't signed any wingers. We need a winger. I think that's why you pay more for different players, don't you? Because we need a winger regardless. What do you think, Tom? It's not the same player, is it?
I don't know, because Anthony's clearly desperate to come. De Jong, it was all. I didn't really know what the issue was that was holding it up, because you hear that he just doesn't want to go.
Yeah,
There probably was a deal there, but he was the stumbling block, not the wages.
It seemed like it, didn't it? I'm not sure. Do you think paying 90 million for De Jong is for Anthony rules out a De Jong move?
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we got both. To be honest with you, I mean, it's, we should do. We should be able to get both.
Yeah.
I think the sort of the budget was settled, or was supposedly around 150 million, or whatever it is. But where we finished last season, the amount of players we need, we should have been spending more. We should be spending more money than that. People go, we've wasted a lot of money and all this sort of stuff, but that doesn't mean we can't keep spending money going forward. Especially when you look at the players that we need and what our rivals are doing, how far we're behind them.
Yeah.
We do need to go big in this transfer window.
And if Ronaldo does go, it does free up money.
Oh, nice from Delo.
Well done, Diogo Dalot. That was mint.
Find a pass.
One more.
It's annoying that pass there from McTominay because it was a successful pass, but just slowed the whole attack down because it was behind him.
Yeah, it did. It's one of those annoying ones, like you said.
Yes, it's a completed pass as a stat, but it's just in the wrong
That's
place.
awful ahead of that.
That's a lucky clearance as well. Fucking hell.
Oh, soft.
I don't think anyone fouled him there. He was just sort of in
They
between
were
players.
battling and
Yeah. No subs at half time. You looking for?
My water. I think I might have left it in there.
Oh, you bloody water.
Oh,
They're showing the pitch off at St Mary's here.
I
It
don't
did
know
look
why.
a bit. You see it from a distance there. It's a bit patchy, isn't it? It's a bit
Yeah.
dirty. Dirty little pitch.
You dirty pitch.
You disgusting little pitch. Yeah. Oh, it's football, innit? You remember those days, don't you?
What's that? Were you playing on like
Dirty goal mouths and that.
an absolute mud bath?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Nice.
it well. The Old Trafford pitch was terrible for about a decade.
It was terrible until about 2015. I remember watching United as a kid, and the goal mouths were shocking.
Yeah.
That's recent.
It was horrible.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Sloppy goalmouth used to be your nickname at school, didn't it? What was that about? Were you goalie? What was that for?
Because there was an incident. I don't want to
Sorry, Scott McTominay.
Scott McTominay looked like shots there, but he was for a
looked
goal.
like he was in his own box.
Yeah.
He was letting that ball come to him. He
Like,
could have scored.
what's going on here? I think he got caught by surprise at that,
It's a great
actually, how
pass
it just
that
dropped
from
from him.
Look. That's interesting, wasn't it?
oh, maybe it's hanging in there.
He didn't do too much wrong,
No,
really.
he
Shot on
doesn't.
target,
It's
corner
fair.
ball.
I mean, you're not expecting
have
him to
that.
ping that into top bins, are you?
No. Corner to United.
It's ours, that, isn't it? Oh,
Headed over by Varane.
I thought it was on there. Cleared it.
Ten Hag. What's still going on with these headphones? Because remember in the past that was Chris Armas when it talking to that guy in Russia. But that's not happening anymore. And
It must just be someone with a higher vantage point.
But why don't they sit up there then?
Can't.
Who was it who used to occasionally sit up in the stands and manage from there?
Allardyce.
Yeah.
He did that
Oh,
first
yeah,
half. He'd sit
yeah,
up
he
there
did, didn't
with his
he?
earpiece in.
It was
Weird
Phil
that,
Brown used to be his assistant, didn't he? And he carried that on at Hull, I think. Oh, that's...
Operation
Okay,
Vantage
he's getting
Point.
up there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Taylor Green says we're getting through this half. That's good. Did you hear that?
I believe him. Well, them.
It's not much of a foul, is it? But it probably is.
It's just about maybe a booking out. You can see
It's such a soft one because even if he just turns around, he's still in his way. There's not a
Yeah.
lot you can do, but he does.
No. You think he'll leave there, Ward-Prowse? I know you mentioned
I
it
think he
before.
would have left by now. I think he's happy there.
Yeah, he's been there since he was a kid. He's
man,
captain.
isn't
Maybe he's just like doing a Letizia, you know.
Fuck it. Keep it. There's something a bit underrated about that, I think. Staying at a team that's, you might get one trophy your whole career if you're lucky, but probably not.
No, I
mean
kind
so
of
much.
respect it. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I
Like
agree.
boiled clubs and stuff, sticking with him.
It's pretty good, that, actually, isn't it? Would you have him at United?
Ward Prowse.
Yeah.
No.
No?
It's that whole thing, innit? You go, okay, he's better than certain players, but is he that good?
This is good.
Go on.
Alanga's in here. Oh,
Got to get his
gotta
shot
get
off there, man.
shot.
He ends up on the deck again.
That
Take
was
a touch
very,
and
very.
hit
It was
it.
difficult.
It was
wasn't it? Because
difficult, but
it's
that's
a
the
great
thing.
first touch. But let's have a look.
I think he's got to touch, hit it
There,
there.
he takes that extra
too many
touch.
touches. I just
Like
think, yes,
there,
it's difficult,
no.
but like
He's got to
you-
just toe
No,
poke
he's not
it,
even
hasn't
getting
Yeah,
his shot.
it's-
Not getting his shot off there.
Toe
not
poke with
easy
the right
being a
foot.
striker in the Premier League, is it?
No,
You've
it's
got to
not,
be able
you're
to do
right.
difficult things.
I don't know. It sums him up a little bit. Like we did the hard bit, but I just
Yeah.
don't know. But I think it's his confidence. It doesn't look great.
You think he just touch, step, hit
Yeah,
it? Like,
playing with confidence there gets his shot off.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, but he's like that extra touch.
even if you just want to toe poke it into the
I
bottom
think
corner.
that's what was on a toe
Yeah.
poke with the right foot. Just
It gives
get
a
away
toss,
quick.
just get it in the back of the net. But it's like, I just need one more touch, sort of thing. I think his confidence isn't great, which is kind of understandable.
Have you ever been part of
What's Milton saying there?
I think that was that stat about the not scoring or doing anything. No, not conceding for the first time before 38 minutes since February. I can't. Yeah. Oh no, he's talking about.
He's replied to me, sorry. And we'll really see.
I'm Jay's PA.
He's done a
I read
Milton's
Jay's-
done a chant like we were saying because I replied to his thing about the stat and he's got the chant going.
See?
And we'll really shake him
catchy.
up. He's got and we'll really shake him up when we get to the 38th minute without being behind.
That does it.
Yeah,
It's nice.
we'll
That.
get that going. Yeah, you'll hear that next game. Is it Arsenal? Is it next?
Yeah, but that's a home game. I think it's just an
It's
away.
an away.
chant.
It's an away one, that, isn't it?
Yeah. That's for the ultras. The legacy ultras. For fuck's sake, I've spilled Volvic all down my tits.
We've got to get you a ticket for the next away so you can start it.
Imagine.
Everyone now ready?
I said I'm going to try and do a chant.
Bit of silence.
Bit of quiet, please.
Here we go.
Oh shit! They've scored.
Yeah. Right. Well, after they finish celebrating their goal, I'm going to try that again.
Yes.
Bit of
Can we have a bit more effort, please?
A bit of bloody manners wouldn't go amiss, would
Yes.
it?
Hey, we're not animals.
Whoever threw that, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm just getting.
He's just got more energy than us, hasn't he?
I know, you know, checking he's going for the 60th minute double substitution. We've got 5 subs, haven't you, you can make now?
The first 10 minutes of this half have gone by in an instant, haven't they?
Yeah.
Nothing's happened this half, and it's not like 10 minutes have gone. I wonder if they will make. Yeah, I think he will make some subs. Might as well,
You expect.
It's not like it's going
Ronnie,
so
you'd
well,
expect
we don't
Ronnie
need
to
him.
come off the bench, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we were saying Ronaldo and Casemiro maybe. But
Yeah.
Casemiro's mostly just because I want him to come on.
Yeah, maybe Fred.
Yeah.
He's got to be half decent.
Yeah, can't be that shit.
Go on. Oh,
They do well now.
Not offside.
Go on then. Bruno.
Yes!
Is that it?
Get in!
It is it.
Come on!
That was weird, wasn't it? It didn't seem to hit the net.
Offside in the middle. I
That's
hope
a
I'm wrong.
lovely finish, that.
Yes.
It's like a little scissor volley at the back post. Fucking hell, I couldn't tell what happened there.
I've just taken him out of my team.
He's your captain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Captain and that, eh? Do you know
That's
what I
a
mean?
great
Good
finish,
assist.
that. Who was that Ericsson with this?
Is it Dallo, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good cross,
He
this.
got himself back on side.
This is a...
Beautiful.
That's a
It's not
difficult
a great
finish.
difficult
finish.
fit, and
It's a
he's,
great
yeah.
finish.
I thought he'd gone back across the goal, but he goes for the near post.
It's a
great
really nice
finish.
that.
Well
To
done,
keep that
Diogo
low.
Dalot.
Oh,
Dalot's
great
done
goal.
well at
He
the
has.
second half. Do you know
Good
what I mean?
cross. Really good goal, that. Get in.
Telling as well, he's over to Ronnie celebrating.
Is it? Like that.
Yeah.
Imagine you saw that and just start fighting. I'd love that. And I want
Great
it
Tanag
over.
there. Are you a big fan of tucking your t-shirts and your jeans or your trousers like Tanaga's?
I'm not as big a fan as Ten Hag is.
Yeah. What about you, Tom? Do you go for
It
that?
depends.
You're quite young. You get away with not doing that. I think when you get to a certain age,
You
you've got
talk, you talk,
No, I don't talk.
but you will do.
I think so.
It's come
in
back
the
a little
post.
bit.
It's in the post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You think
I'm almost at that
You
age.
soon to talk?
Yeah. So yeah, it's inevitable.
Wow.
Isn't it?
I'd love to see you with a
what I
tuck. I would. I'd love to see you tuck a hoodie into a pair of jeans.
Yeah, I might go for that.
Like
yeah.
you Mark Wahlberg.
I used to
going
wear
a
like
4
I used to wear
a.m.
polo
workout.
shirts.
hoodie.
Yeah, I used to wear polo shirts sometimes with my hoodies until Ronaldo Brown pointed out the flaws in that.
What?
Now and again, I'd wear a polo shirt like what Sanai's got, but
Yeah.
I always wear hoodies, don't I?
Yeah.
Ronaldo's like, what's this?
Yeah, we can see the collar through the hoodie
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff.
like,
yeah.
Jay, come on.
Over the
Like,
hoodie.
Yeah, like,
Yeah. Like you got a new t-shirt you want to show off, but it's quite cold out.
yeah.
People like a football shirt over a hoodie, don't they? That's quite commonplace.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's
you
done.
see it. You see it. It's not loved. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan. I wouldn't do it anyway. Now you've had a go at it. So I think it's shit, me.
What's people saying in the chat and the comments? Then now we're 1-0 up.
No one
Hey,
said-
we're winning an away game for the first time since 1974.
No one said out. No one's put any comments for about 15 minutes.
No one's just literally just silent, radio silence. Everyone's so gobsmacked we're ahead.
Yeah. X Planet.
One of
says,
yous.
Oh,
Why,
good stuff.
like, the one time he didn't need to come.
X Planet says build up play on that side again, causing them problems. CLO1 says baggy shirt and jeans tucked in is trendy.
Trendy, I
The
love
problem with
that.
the word trendy is you've outed yourself as being a
Yeah.
68-year-old woman.
Like,
So
trendy, it's cool.
yeah, it's really
hip.
yeah,
Very
it's
hip.
hip. It's hip. It's quite fly as well. Actually, I've
Fly,
noticed.
yes.
Yeah, you don't get past Diogo Dallo. Or
No
mate.
one gets
Who do you
past
think
Diogo
you are?
Dalot.
Morton Camp's Pedersen.
Nice.
Nice. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Morton Camp pedestal. Do you think Rashford will score?
No. I want him to, obviously. And I want him to prove me wrong, Marcus.
CLO1 says football shirt over the hoodie is a bit embarrassing. Shit.
It'll be a different game then now. There should be a bit more space for. Oh fucking hell.
Us.
Like to Rashford.
Yeah, well, this is the thing when it thought
Get
to
one
take
on
the
one
lead.
and. Oh no.
Got too much on that. There's a lot of unity in that defence, isn't it? A lot of high fives and pats on the back and hugging and, you know.
It's much nicer.
You a
it
fan of
seems.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think, do you know what I mean? It sort of been a bit of a change on it because everyone looked like they were fuming with each other the other week.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing like they're all in this together sort of thing, that attitude.
We hugged today, didn't we, Jay?
We always do, don't we, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice. Should get in the middle of one of them one day if you're lucky, Tom.
What is that?
Oh,
Why did you do that? After I was saying nice things about him as well.
No respect.
Yeah, exactly. He knew what he said.
Yeah.
And he just threw it back in your
Yeah.
face, didn't he?
Embarrassed yourself and me as well.
Yeah, I'm
When I
embarrassed
watched
for him.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a tough mudder, Jay?
No, I'm considering it. Have you?
No, and I'm not considering it.
No, you're not. What about you,
Not
Tom?
really.
I have also thought about it.
Yeah. So between the three of us, two of us have thought about it,
And
one
none
of us
of us
hasn't.
do it. But
None
do
of
you
us have
really-
done it.
Do you really want to get electrocuted next
Is that
to
what
an
you-
next to an
Well,
influencer?
that's the one bit I think. Oh,
Is that what they
that's not
do?
for me.
I thought it was just mud.
No, it's they have
No.
you do you kind of what do you call it? Army crawl
Yeah.
underneath like these little blocks, and they've got little wires hanging down that just give you little shocks. So I've been told.
And the last thing you need at your age, Jay, is a new fetish.
Mate,
Do you know what I mean? Because if that goes wrong, all of a sudden you go back to your house with a car battery and some clamps, and you're like,
Do you know
"Come
what I
on,
mean?
Sort us out." Just
exactly.
put it straight on
If
it.
I wanted to do army things, I wouldn't have tried hard at school. No offence to Stephen Howson.
He's having a pop at the services. I actually respect them for what they've helped us do, freedom-wise. Thank you. You know, if it weren't for them, we'd be talking German now, and I'm not very good at speaking German, so that would be really difficult for me. Unbelievable.
I wasn't having a go at the services. I was having a go at Stephen Howson in particular.
Just clip that up.
Yeah.
No,
Clip
joking.
it up. Go on. That's all I need is a load of army people wanting to kill me.
Joe Alexander, you're only messing. Joe Alexander says, Joe, didn't you predict a Dallo assist in the preview? I don't remember doing that, but if I can even remotely claim to have predicted anything that came true in this game, I'll say it. Yeah, I think I did.
I don't think you did.
Did I?
Dallo
Joe?
assist. It's very specific.
Yeah, why would I have said that? My memory's shocking though, so I could have said that.
I'm pretty sure you said a Dallo assist to Bruno Volley.
I did.
Yeah. I think you did. I'm
Did I
pretty
say
sure,
that?
Yeah.
I don't know. People are talking about penalties. There hasn't been one.
All right. Okay.
I've scrolled down by accident, but someone said about VAR.
God.
So it's
See, now you've done that. Oh, that's all right.
maybe they were just checking because that handball that was a few minutes ago. Oh, here we go. We're going to see it now. I think it's McTominay.
No,
That's
never.
not. That's never. It's literally about 5 inches from
It's
me.
only hit him 3 times in the arm.
Look at where that's gone there.
Yeah, he's done that thing, do you know, where you get the ball and you roll it like down your shoulders and off the other one. He's only done that. That's not handball. See, now I almost don't think Ronaldo is the right sub because
Yeah,
now
would
it
you
is
make them
playing
now
in
at
behind,
60
isn't it?
minutes? It's-
Yeah.
I probably would bring Casemiro on as well instead of Fred.
Oh.
Now we need to be a bit more defensively solid. Let's hold on to a lead. I won't mind that, you know. Not hanging on for dear life, but just looking sound.
They're putting us under, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who was that? McTominay.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say McTominay's done well?
Is that a good game?
Do you know what I mean? Feels like you get trolled if you say that nowadays.
Yeah.
Do
You must
know
be
what I mean?
you
It's
must
like,
be a
it's like
thick
saying
twat.
Maguire was okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not allowed to say those things. Otherwise, certain people come for you.
Who?
You know it.
It's weird that when a
Backs to
corner's
the wall.
against you, it feels scary. But when we have one, I never think we're going to
Yeah,
score.
it's the biggest anticlimax
Yeah,
ever.
it's
Yeah.
because
It
we're
just gets
terrible
softly
at
headed
corners.
over the bar.
And
Someone running back to the goal like that.
and we've also got a goalkeeper who hates corners, which doesn't help.
What's your favourite corner? Muller corner.
You what say? Muller corner.
Yeah.
Hyde Park corner.
Is it?
Yeah, I love all that, mate.
All that.
Yeah.
All that Hyde Park corner and that. What's your favourite corner?
I like the sound of Tom's cocktail corner.
Yeah, see?
yeah,
I didn't
nice.
think you
Yeah.
did seem like a big fan when I introduced it first time.
I didn't.
I like that you brought it back. No, I thought he's not keen.
Yeah.
But now I'm happy that you
Was it
are-
an
you actually were
enthusiastic
keen.
response?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate.
Lukewarm, I think, is the term they use.
Yeah, which obviously there's an ice bucket in there, so
Yeah.
you know they really should be chilled. I think my favourite corner, thanks for asking, is
No.
Pet's Corner. You ever been there?
Where's that?
Is it Doncaster?
Pet's Corner.
Stretford Kennels, that.
Pet's Corner is it's a United Kingdom-based ethical pet care retail chain. The one I've been to, in particular, the one that's my favourite, is sort of equidistant between Rotherham and Doncaster. So
No, I've never been anywhere
you
near
know,
that. to be
you
honest.
sort of you
Fair enough.
brutally honest.
between your Swintons, your Raw Marshes, and your Ravendales.
Swinton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, in Salford?
Where it's located wasn't really my issue.
Sorry, I've got the wrong end of the stick there. What's-
What is it?
Oh, it's a petting zoo.
Just to put right, okay.
Yeah, you love it. You love live animals.
Yeah, like, you know, I do. Well, I've got, that charge hanging over me, I don't know. So.
Yeah, that's true. Not like when you say you got that charge hanging over your head. Is that a reference to back at Tough Mudder? An electric charge hanging on a wire above you.
I can't believe they do that, electrocute you.
I know.
What's that all about?
I know.
I thought it was just running through a bit of mud.
No, it's like there's literally like people with water pistols and stuff.
Yeah.
You get electrocuted. You have to go through like mud pools up to your neck.
I think it's light shocks. I don't.
It's
Not looking
still
at
too
full-blown
much. Yeah,
electrocution.
yeah. You're not like your eyebrows are all singed because you've just
Yeah, you
put
look like-
2,000 volts for you for 10 minutes.
You're like Marv from Home Alone. Just a skeleton with like some black hair like on its end. Like a cartoon professor that's made a potion that's gone wrong. No, I think it's just a
Mild shot.
little zizzle.
No,
razzle.
I'll embarrass myself though by reacting to that a lot worse than anyone else was.
Yeah, just
like screaming and
pissing.
rolling around, like and shitting myself, like I'd just been proper electrocuted. Meanwhile, you've got like 12-year-old girls just going past it like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with him? Yeah, no, I'll miss that one out.
That is bad, isn't it?
Yeah. it's
Imagine
not
you
the
got
one.
electrocuted and you're pissed. Oh, God. You'd have to come up with some sort of prostate problem to blame it on, wouldn't you? It's not classy at all. Southampton having all the ball. It's nice because you can... good
wow.
save. Oh,
Oh,
save.
well done, David De Gea.
Save.
Good save De Gea there.
Hanging on.
Yeah, I think we do need to make a sub of some description at the minute. They're just coming through too
Since we
easy.
scored.
So he's just drifted into an area there, and no one does much wrong, really. It's just
No.
maybe Varane could have got a bit closer to him. He just gets in front of him, doesn't he? It's a good.
Save. One I'd probably expect him to make.
Yeah,
in all
he's
fairness.
It's quite
He's got it
close
nicely
to him,
out
isn't
there.
it?
It was, yeah. I mean, I know it looks easier when it's slow motion, but
Does actually. Because it's going slow, so it looks like
you
he's
think
got more
anyone
time
could have
to
saved
do
that?
it.
I could have saved that. He's got
Look how slow
10
it
seconds
is.
to get there. Eh? Do you know what I mean?
Just could have walked and caught it.
Yeah, what's up with him?
Shit. They haven't made a sub either yet, have they?
Yeah, they've just brought that kid on. Brought
there we
is it
go.
Stuart Armstrong on
Oh,
for
sorry, who's that?
some non whose name escapes me. Ronaldo coming on. It was weird because
Yeah,
on
Lange, I
Monday
think.
it looked like he spat his dummy out because everyone was warming up and he wasn't.
Yeah.
And you thought, oh, he's fully just like he sat there in his tracksuit. You thought he's just not having any of this, but then he obviously did come on. And, oh, go on.
Looks uncomfortable, that, didn't it? Potentially painful. I'm glad he's
Get
not
up,
going to foul
you-
there because
you
it's getting to the
muppet.
point where it's like anytime someone falls over, it's a foul.
Yeah, that's put sloppy that
What is
again.
that? Like,
Don't no
just
need
kick
for
the
that.
ball.
Yeah, we're 1-0 up. Like just firing.
Like, even if he does
70
get in
yard
that
passes
position,
off.
it's
Jadon Sancho coming off for Cristiano Ronaldo.
In fairness, he's not touched the
not
ball
really
second
done
half,
much,
has he?
Yeah, can't complain.
No.
No.
He didn't play
So
many
that
90 minutes.
would
even
be
in,
no, he doesn't.
Even in Germany, he didn't.
Oh, did he not?
No.
I know he's not for United. He often
He
gets
would
subbed.
obviously play 90 minutes, but he would get subbed off a lot, Sancho, when he was scoring every week.
So you imagine Ronaldo down the middle, Rashford. Is it Rashford on the left? Elanga on the right.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think.
Come on, let's get another goal. Just letting them dominate the game a bit, aren't we?
You expect them to come at us. You expect us, them to sort of obviously try and get an equaliser at home as well. But we have been sloppy at times.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're not making it easy for ourselves. Just got to be a bit more careful with the ball.
We just really struggle
don't
to
think-
find a way out
Yeah.
when we're under this much intense pressure.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't think you're losing too much as well with Sancho coming off because he was a bit goosed, or he just looked like he'd not been in the game.
Yeah.
I think that hopefully.
You've still got your pace in wide areas.
Yeah,
haven't you?
that's it.
Looks like the only way we're going to get out at the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like the top teams, you don't like Liverpool at the best in City and stuff. You don't see them getting penned in for 30 minutes in a row, do you? You just don't. Like
And getting that
even when they're
goal
1-0
means that
up.
you can dictate it then because
Yeah.
Southampton have got to come out and there's more space for you to exploit. But
We're not really capable of doing that yet, are we?
No.
winning the
thing with
league.
Ronaldo
Though, yeah.
is no matter how pissed off he is or whatever, he's still always going to want to score.
Ronaldo.
He still always wants to
Yeah.
get those stats up. He still always
Yeah.
wants to increase the amount of goals he's got to his name, no matter what the situation. So,
But that's do you know that's sometimes why I kind of get frustrated. Do you remember against Villarreal when he gave up that ball in the corner and Cavani runs from nowhere?
yeah.
And Cavani's not asked that he's going to be the one on the end of it, but Ronaldo.
Yeah, we're in it. Oh, the low can't say. I was going to say take a foul, but he can't. He's on a yellow.
No. See there, look, he had to run past him as well, Delo, didn't he? Find a pass. That's a foul there. He's just blocked him off completely.
I think he's given it.
Oh, is it? I think he has. Oh no, I think he's giving it because he's holding his face.
Just stop the game.
It's fuck all in that. And I don't know why he's holding his face.
No, he hadn't touched his face.
He does
did
throw his arm to stop him. He doesn't necessarily know, does he, that
No.
Rashford's probably not getting there. He does try and stop him a bit.
It's not a foul, though, is it? They've not
No,
really
not
looked
that. He's fucking soft. Just been so erratic second half since the goal.
Yeah.
Our passage, just constantly giving away sloppy balls and trying a difficult pass when we don't need to. Just need a bit of composure. What the comments say, my friend? What's everyone thinking,
question.
saying, asking? Oh, he's done you there.
Oh,
That's not a foul.
That's never a foul. Oh, he's giving it back. They're all over the gaffer.
yeah, look at it, aren't they?
People surprised that Sancho went off instead of Alanga, I think. But I
I think that's a change.
Langer's had a
on
decent
paper,
half
but
this half. I
Ras-
know he had
Sancho's
that
done
chance where he
nothing.
should have done better, but he's shown a bit more on the ball.
Yeah.
Where Sancho, he's not really been in it. He looks a bit, I don't know whether it is fitness or whatever, or just does tend to drift in and out. But right, he's
Another yellow card, maybe.
yeah, I think
He's not
I think it was probably just shy of a yellow. Yeah.
I love the fact he appealed it.
I know.
Like he didn't foul him.
Like he didn't just run across him.
Yeah.
So it's weird that he used his right foot there almost. You thought he could have tackled him a step earlier if he'd used his
Yeah.
left. But he didn't really tackle him either way, did he?
Who's on the edge?
I am.
Stay with your man there, Marcus.
He's done well, Shea Adams today, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what he's about, and he's
Yeah.
proper handful.
It is mad the consistencies of
How has he got through there? Come on, fuck me. How has he held the ball so long there, Adam Armstrong?
Great
There we
effort, lad.
go.
Great effort.
Forced him into it.
Yeah. Fucking hell. I guess it goes past Dallo, goes past Ericsson, clips the ball in. Nice.
He's nowhere near his fucking arm.
Shoulder blade.
His shoulder, innit?
Oh, what's he looking for here?
Varane just in slow motion here.
Give me some. Why am I launching this?
There.
Yeah.
Exactly what you thought was going to
Yeah,
happen.
miles away from
Take
him.
12 seconds to do something
Like,
we
you
knew was
just keep going with the ball. There's space there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
What are we
just
doing
weird
there?
that. It's not from there, is it?
I don't understand
Fucking
that.
hell.
I don't understand what the plan is there.
What, with
Varane just
Varane?
hold the ball for 10 seconds
Yeah, and then
boot
just hoofing
forward
it
to
like,
them.
you know, we're 4-0
Why
up.
aren't we passing the ball anymore? Again, we're still a nervous team, aren't we? Obviously, it's not going to go away in one win, but
But he's not under pressure there. He's got
No.
loads of time to weigh
Yeah.
that up, and that's what he decides to do. Like,
This is a guy who's like been on the winning team in, you know, 4 Champions League finals. You think he'd be right with a bit of a...
he must just think,
Yeah.
I can't put it in that middle. They're going to lose it. He's done well there, hasn't he?
yes, they keep
That's a
doing
good-
that and coming out with it.
Fucker.
We've not got an outlet, have we? Where is he running? No, he's not going to fucking get that. He's pulled up. Running there. Looks like he's pulled his
knee.
Hamstring, goes in knee or something. Oh,
They're
dropping
all
like
down.
flies here. Everyone's about 3 players on the deck.
Ronaldo looks like he's got that look like a muscle.
It's a great tackle.
What are you pretending is hurt there?
Why is he
What
having a fit
fucking
as well?
Idiot.
Shea Adams there, he's just had a little mini.
No, nothing happened.
Trying to say he's followed through, aren't he, with the other foot, but nah, never.
He hasn't at all, though, has he?
Just a good tackle.
Yeah. He's full of shit there. You're not even
Not
limping,
any
he's fine.
self-respect.
You not really go after his characters yet.
Like, he literally had a little mini fit and now he's walking around like he's fine.
Yeah,
Like, if you're going to have the fit, then you must be really hurt.
you'd think so. Do you have any lucky items, Jay?
No, I don't.
Do you not?
I used to.
What?
I used to have, years ago, like do you know the shirt from like the 79-80 season, the Admiral one?
Yeah.
I used to wear that. Go to the game and that under me.
So lucky in a football sense.
Hello.
There's a microphone there, Jay.
Yeah, thank you. Hello. Well, stopped that years ago.
Was it lucky?
Well, I wore it during, a glorious era for quite a few games, but it wasn't like I wore it every game. Do you know what I mean?
Did you ever
Where
try
is
and
it
bring
now?
that look in outside of football? Like underneath your shirt at a job interviews?
Yeah.
Last time I was
On
in
a
court,
date?
I wore it under my suit.
Yeah.
Still got 6 months.
Should have
Could have been 12. Yeah, exactly, yeah. That'd be good, that, wear it on a date.
Yeah.
Got a nice little button-down shirt, some chinos. Sorry, why does it say... When
say
the light,
Admiral,
when
is
the
it?
light shine on it says Robson on your back. What's that?
It's me lucky
Why does it
shirt.
say Whiteside on your back? You can see it shining through.
Hey up. Someone coming on. You could send
Leslie.
out calling someone over.
He said Leslie.
Leslie. Right, okay.
Remember that? He went, Leslie.
He's bringing on Mark Hughes.
Leslie. So someone called Leslie's coming on.
Yeah.
Who's called Leslie?
The only player I can think of, players I think of, could play United, player called Leslie, Les Sealy and Mark Hughes.
I reckon it might be Les Sealy then.
Yeah. Oh, God rest him.
Bruno Fernandes and Delo hugging there. That's that click you were talking about.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at him. Look at
disgusting.
them all sticking together, eh? Do you know what I mean? Terrible. Oh, yes. Talking of Bruno Fernandes goal, you've got a lovely Bruno Fernandes shirt on, haven't you?
Nice, isn't it?
Hey, there you go.
lovely shirt.
We've got some other Bruno Fernandes merch at paddockmerch.com. There should be a link in the description there. Have a little look, see.
Check it out. I need a new one of these actually because I've worn this for a year. I need another one.
Maybe that's it. You talk about lucky shirts. Maybe that one for you.
Maybe it is.
Have you been wearing it for the past year?
Yeah, that's true. I only won it on the games we won. That's interesting. That I wonder if there's. I wonder when people think something's
Casemiro's coming on.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Is he coming on
13
for
minutes.
Ronaldo?
hold the phone.
Yeah, it might be.
Ronaldo looks cooked.
When people think something's lucky or not, Jay, who are they? Who do they think is distributing that luck? Is it God or is there another luck monster?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's your own mind, isn't it? It's,
Providence.
Do you mind?
I had a pair of lucky shin pads.
But who was providing the luck?
I just
What
I'd
sort
won in
of
them a couple
overlord?
of times, and I felt like I knew it was all in my head.
Go on,
Right.
Delo. Again, man.
Some
Well
people
done
think
there.
It's real, though, don't
Tell you what. He's had a... oh, no, he's not. Oh, what?
It would have been for Ronaldo, wouldn't it?
they?
Yep, main man's gone back on.
Ronaldo's back on.
Great.
It is absolutely bonkers that United can bring on Cristiano Ronaldo and then replace him with a 5 times Champions League winner.
Yeah, someone who's
And we're not
still
even
not
that
sure.
good, really.
And we're shit.
What is going on here?
And we're hanging on against
Yeah,
Southampton.
do you know what I mean? We're just going to swap the 5 times Champions League winner for another one. Okay,
There's only like 6 ever people that have won 5 Champions Leagues, and we're bringing one off for another. What the fuck?
It's mad.
Isn't it weird as well that Real Madrid have won that many Champions Leagues again? Because when I remember like in the early 2000s, people look back to the 50s when they won, I think 5 in a row at the start of it, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was like, well, that'll never happen again, so they almost don't count.
Yeah.
It was
And
that
then they've
3 in
done
a
it
row
again
when
now.
I didn't even think they were that good.
No.
Yeah.
Domestically, I
But
don't
they weren't winning the league,
They
were
weren't,
they?
yeah, no.
And like, if you watch some of those games, there was one where I think they scored late on, didn't it, with Ramos
Yeah.
Yeah.
against Atletico,
Atletico, yeah.
and there's another one with penalties. They rode the luck a lot, didn't they?
Yeah.
But he just always seems to get
Just
over the line. Do
incredible,
you know what I mean? And thank God he did, because twice they've done it against the Scousers, haven't they, recently?
Yeah.
Which would have been horrible.
Thankfully, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Remember when it was like, it's revenge time and all that? And then
Revenge
and
for
then
what?
they
For
beat him
losing a
again.
game of football?
This one's for Mo Salah. Well,
Yeah.
he played in the second game.
What about Lloris
and did
Karius?
about as
You were
fuck
all
all as
giving
he did in the
grief to.
first. Yeah, exactly.
His own fans giving him death threats. Do you know what I mean?
This one's for Laureus.
Yeah. But it's that whole thing, innit, of like, they've not lost the final since 1983, I think.
Yeah.
Like, against Fergie, funnily enough, at Aberdeen. Like, they've won something like 19 finals or something stupid. I don't know the exact figure, but it's ridiculous.
It's mentality.
Like, yeah. It's like,
Monsters.
do you know what I mean?
What's going on?
And like you say, some of those games, Alanga coming off of Casemiro, you know, going into some of those games, you've not had a vintage Real Madrid team. You've had a Real Madrid team that's struggled, but they always get over the line.
Yeah.
Are we going to see Casemiro right wing?
Hope not. The Brazil flags in the crowd. Are you into all that? You've been eating Brazil nuts all week, haven't you?
Hey, Patterson, our mate, he had he brought a Portugal flag to the game a couple of times last season, and it was genuinely one of the worst flags I've ever seen. It like he's just been scrunched up in his back for like 10 years. It was so like scrumpled and grey.
Scrumpled.
I was
That's a great
like,
word.
it's like, what is this?
Go on then.
Oh, that was never on really.
That's the one thing with them two together in midfield, Bruno and Ericsson, is they both always try the risky pass, don't they? And it's good
one of them
sometimes,
needs
but
They're trying to
like
break
you were
lines
saying
all the time, aren't
Before the game, something like Ericsson can play the simpler things as well. He just needs to. Both of them need to do a bit of that more often. Do you know what I mean? Work at an opportunity. Don't just try and force it all the time. Especially when you've got, you know, it's different if you've got like strikers who are just bang on form and getting on the end of everything and firing in goals from all angles. But we haven't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like most of our strikers need, or attackers, I should say, need like spoon feeding.
Do you think we're going to see a Castominay sort of McFred reboot?
What would that? Is that what it'd be called?
Castominay, yeah.
Not McMiro.
Miro.
McMiro sounds like
Sounds like a McDonald's burger, doesn't it? The McMiro.
the McMiro celebrating the Mayan Empire or something. You know, it's all everything from around the world now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Borderline.
That's a great ball
dodgy.
from
It's
Che
it's
Adams
the Spanish
straight
one,
to.
so
Yes. Oh.
Go on there, lad.
go on, Roddy.
Well done. That's not a fat. What? I thought
not
he
a
tackled
goal.
him. No, fair enough.
He ain't got the pace for that, has he? He needed to knock it. In
He
front
should have
of
hit
him
that first time to
to cross it. Yeah.
someone on the other side, whether it was Ericsson or.
That knee looked all right there, didn't it?
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight, Jay?
Now, don't know, chilling, basking in the glory if this stays like this, of a 1-0 win at St Mary's. What are you doing? You out and about, you man about town?
Might go for a pint. Something. What are you doing?
Working, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Working a wedding.
Nice. Is Vicky, you know that?
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Would you
Man of
do
the
that?
cloth. I am actually a registered minister.
You're ordained?
Yeah, no,
Really?
just online, just with the Universal Life Church.
Yeah.
Of Connecticut.
Yeah. I'd love to do one of them, wouldn't you?
Is it legally binding now with me and Joe?
It's very,
Say
very
I do to each
no,
other?
it's very specific where I can use my powers.
And it is exclusively online. It's very much a
I
sort
think
of
it's very much in the state of Connecticut. I can apply for licenses, but I just not got that far.
Why? How did this come about? It sounds very unusual, if you don't
Yeah,
mind
it
me
was
saying.
unusual. Just
I wasn't
just
expecting
at uni,
this.
mate. You know how things can get.
You know, things get wild
Yeah,
crazy.
you go out one night, next thing you wake up and you're ordained as a minister in Connecticut. We've all been there.
We have actually.
Yeah, just me and a few of the boys.
You know. Just bought some papal robes. Just got fucking.
That's class.
Just got vicared up to fuck.
Yeah,
You know what
Vicky
I
out
mean?
your head.
When's the last time you got absolutely vicared?
That's none of your business. Hey, well, let's talk about that, thank you.
What's the difference between a vicar and a priest?
A priest is Catholic, innit? And a vicar's not Catholic.
Love all that.
Yeah,
Cheers, Jay.
thanks. I think that's right.
I think you are right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Church of England, as they say.
C of E.
Yeah, exactly.
You were in a C of E's in the 90s, weren't you? Not a bad little joke, that. Write that
Oh,
down.
what he did there. Yeah,
Where's
very
my
good.
scribe to write that down?
Scribe. Take a quill.
Yeah.
I have made another jape.
Pontius,
that needs-
please write that down.
Yes.
That's a reusable one, that. If ever I've used one. Are you surprised the reusable condom hasn't been invented, by the way?
It was a thing in the, in the
Stunned, mate.
1930s. And do you not remember the advert with Geronimo?
Oh, in the 30s?
Do you not remember the advert?
No, I wasn't really doing much living at that
No,
stage.
the advert recently
No?
about it. There's
No.
that guy called Bill, for example. I can't remember his name.
For example.
And he had his condom. His
Other,
condom.
other
was
names
called-
are available.
Yeah. Yeah. It might have been, all right, Bartholomew.
Right.
And it was about him and his condom, Geronimo. And it was reusable. And back in the day, that's what you had to do.
Really?
Yeah.
You could do that, just sort of stretch it over the dishwasher or something.
Well, they didn't have dishwashers back then, did they?
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, but this isn't then, this is now.
How reusable do you think this is?
I'm thinking...
6 months?
No.
1 year?
10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, this thing looks like a fucking... I don't know what it looks like by the end, but it's not good. Like a Pringle tube
Yeah.
for cement.
This was your
Nice.
grandfather's son.
Yeah, you could have hand-me-downs.
Passing down.
Gland-me-downs, if you will.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Bloody hell, what's going on here?
Sorry. Go on then.
Nothing in that.
He's
No
talking with his
contact.
head, that don't count.
Miles away.
Hold him up. Fucking, he's miles away from that, innit?
This has been a bit brutalist at times.
Yeah, hasn't it?
As is, yeah. We've gone into Liverpool mode.
Why is he shooting from there, by the way?
Great block by Casemiro.
It was, wasn't it?
Top
That's
class.
like, I'm just going to score the greatest goal of all time. Oh, no, I'm not.
So it looks like it's Ronaldo and Eriksen up front.
It's
at
so
the moment.
bizarre, innit? Our
I know.
attacking lineup is, a 37-year-old and a man who a year ago no one thought was playing football again.
Yeah.
It's like, how we end up doing that?
Well done,
Who have
Dallas.
we brought on? Just Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Casemiro for
Dallas been
Elanga.
pretty good today, again, you know.
Yeah, he has. He's had back-to-back good games, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I just feel as well, like, I don't know, but maybe it's just that confidence of knowing that the manager's sticking with you and having the player
Oh,
on.
come on. Someone's got to be faster there. Eriksen's slow there.
Dominating.
You don't need to do that, Jesus
It's-
Christ.
It's all right, he's new. Doesn't get it yet.
How's that not a foul, ref?
Tommy's holding his knee there.
No foul. Yes. Yes.
It's not good.
No, he's... looks like a twisted knee, doesn't it? Oh, it's 100%. I mean, it's 100% a foul, isn't it?
That is a foul.
He kicks the back of his foot, which locks his knee in place
Oh.
underneath him.
So why didn't he get given a foul? It's right in front of the referee as well.
That'll fucking hurt, that. Looks painful, that.
Done well today, McTominay. Did really well then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I'd rather he stayed on,
Big
to be honest with you. Fred coming on could be a bit erratic.
Yeah. He just bent his knee back in on itself there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing serious. Can you get dandruff if you haven't got hair?
Yeah, because it's your scalp,
It's
isn't
just
it?
psoriasis.
No, but I didn't know
Right.
at one point if it would just be considered
It would
dry
be just
skin.
dry skin on your head.
But would it still be called dandruff?
I think so. If I went to say I
You don't know,
say
do
I had
you?
a black suit
You
on,
don't know.
and I went and I had flakes on me, you'd go, "Oh, you've got dandruff," wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I
You
don't
wouldn't
know.
go, "Oh, you've got flaky head."
A flaky head.
Yeah,
Like
I think
you're
if
a
you-
fucking
If you pointed it out,
gingerbread
you're a
man.
dick regardless.
Yeah.
Remember when Trump did it to Macron?
Yeah.
He went, "Oh, you've got dandruff. Let me get rid of that for you." And obviously,
He's-
he didn't have it.
he's proper
He's just a
1980s
dickhead, isn't he?
business
Measure of the
Yeah.
man that.
How
I'm
to
going to-
assert yourself
yeah.
in a public
Yeah.
situation.
Like
That handshake shit he used to do, he pulled people's hands.
Yeah, like when he wouldn't shake Angela Merkel's hand as well. When he was saying, "Oh, should we shake hands?" and he said, "Should we shake hands?" and he just ignored her. Like,
Why do you
so-
think that was? Because she was a woman.
Just because he's a
Because he was-
fucking weirdo, innit? He's just nicked the nuclear codes.
Who was it who he pulled their hand and they pulled his back? Was it what's he called?
That sounds like some sort of Laurel and Hardy sketch.
North
the
Korea?
leader. Yeah, him and John Hume like that.
Yeah,
Like,
soar,
they've got an imaginary saw.
soaring a big
Like
tree
one of
down.
those things that you have on a railway train line.
Yeah,
Where you're
yeah.
like-
Pumping it up and down like fucking Laurel and Hardy. How world leaders are
back on.
fighting back. Justin Trudeau, that was it.
He tried it then, didn't he? He tried to throw it to.
Trudeau got yanked and he yanked back. I mean, this is absolutely not.
Love how into this game we are in the
Just-
90th minute.
Oh no, that's a
They
different
won't-
one. That's where you keep holding.
There's a
it.
green.
wouldn't let
Green.
go.
Is it a green flare there in United End?
Yep.
I've been yanked off like that in a long time.
Now entering the 90th minute. This is where we ask, who's your man of the match tackle, Joseph? I know it's not over yet.
I honestly don't know. I don't think anyone's been that good, really.
It's disgusting, that. You call yourself a United fan.
Maybe like,
I think Martinez has been decent again.
yeah.
Yeah?
I've picked him out as being alright. I'm trying
I'd
to think
go-
who was better.
I'd go with
McTominay.
Delome.
Delo and
I think
McTominay.
he's
Yeah, no, fair.
I
For
did.
the assist
6
as well.
minutes? I'm cracking. Where's he got that from? There's been nothing happening.
That's why we were chatting about handshakes and reusable condoms.
Yeah.
How
was
is that?
6 minutes? Like, literally fuck all has happened this half other than a goal. And he's digging. And somebody went down for about a minute.
Ronaldo went down for a few minutes.
Yeah.
6 minutes is excessive though, bro. That's like an incident. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could have been better.
That's like someone's had a head injury and you had to ring an ambulance or something. Not, oh, there's been a couple of injuries, so there's 6 minutes.
What?
Right, so he gives that against McTominay. He didn't give the one where McTominay his fucking kneecap took out. Shocking.
Jesse Lingard coming off.
I'd take that. He's looking a bit tired.
Yeah, he's a bit leggy, isn't he? He's played a lot of minutes, more than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Do we need another midfielder? Yeah, probably. Shit.
This is going to be one of them from Fred, isn't it? One of these difficult last 5 minutes we have from him sometimes.
Yeah.
I love Fred, but the
Gives
last
3
5
fouls
minutes
away.
of the game, he gives me heart attacks, man. He's just, honestly, he has these little spells where he just constantly gives it away and does that thing where he's like, sorry.
We're seeing this out, yeah?
I hope so.
Bloody hell, De Gea. He's like he came in and hesitated.
Well done, Davith.
Well done, Fred.
What if we
Absolutely
see it? What if
superb.
we see a new,
That's our ball, that.
Yes.
a whole new Fred with Casemiro next to him?
No pressure, Casemiro. Just make Fred a lot better as well. While you're at
It's
it.
not enough for you to be good. You need to make Fred
Mate,
great.
I like Fred, but he always seems like he's a bit in between where you want him. Like he's not quite the attacking midfielder you want. He's not quite the defensive midfielder. They've gone with you got Martinez, Tom, that official man of the match. That's fair. I think what's impressed me about Delo is just the fact that he had such a stinker in the first 2 games and he's come back with 2 solid performances. But Martinez makes sense. What did you say? Did you agree?
I said Martinez.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said Delo. I honestly think McTominay's been alright.
No,
in terms of,
definitely.
especially second half, in terms of what we've needed in front of the defence.
That sort of performance from McTominay is what you want from him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just giving that bit of protection, getting hold of the ball.
Then the worry is, if we didn't play with
Go
him,
on.
maybe we wouldn't need to be so backs against the wall in these situations. So it's almost like with Fellaini, I thought he put in good performances, but with someone else, you wouldn't have to be so last ditch.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like it's almost like it's his
Did well there,
limitation
Martinez.
and his,
And he's alert as well.
And again, wins it.
Varane's roaming. Casemiro's dropped right in there. Look on into the defence. Stopping that early ball coming in, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Varane stayed with his man and Casemiro dropped in deep to cover the gap.
Oh, get over to him, man.
It's deep.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, my lord.
Hold on. Fucking hell.
That was airy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's ours.
He's doesn't know, does he, Wiseman?
Yeah.
He's looking at the ref, no idea.
I think it was going wide, wasn't it? But
It was right to Shea Adams, though, wasn't it? Shea.
come on.
It's such a weapon in it, knowing this is going to be a great delivery.
Yeah, exactly. Like every time it's that, innit?
Give him an outlet.
Out we get. Bloody camera.
Proper clanging on here. Well done, Ferran. Keeper? No.
Don't be fucking stupid. Right, good lad.
Right.
Well done,
Take
son.
2 minutes on this kick.
Take some time with this, yeah.
Why don't you just pop that in the top corner? That'd have been annoying.
Yeah. No,
It doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
No,
that
I tell you what, that
very
would be
frustrating.
not what I wanted to happen at all. That.
This is literally the last thing we wanted to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, because if they'd have scored, we'd have dropped 2 points. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm glad he didn't.
You're right.
For that reason.
Yeah.
1 minute.
A minute away from a clean sheet.
Go on,
Away.
Ronnie, win that. Stop doing that fucking bloody Harry Kane thing of just leaning in at the defender and letting them head it. Could have won that. That's more like it, like that.
Go on, let's get another goal. Overlap.
Oh, what a leap that was.
Oh, Rashford there with his chest. That's better.
It's a bit of a high foot, that. Got away with it.
Good pass.
Just keep it in the corner.
Yeah, you go to the corner with that.
Yeah,
it's
just
not.
turn,
It's not
keep it in the
worth it.
corner.
There's,
Fucking brain dead. Honestly.
who was it?
Fred. Just pings it straight to a Southampton player. Just turn, take it in the corner, and the game's over now.
It's thick.
It is. It's fucking stupid, and he's got so much experience. And then he gives away. Well, to be fair, he's probably worth taking a booking now.
Yeah.
But he's given one last chance.
Yeah, they can pump the ball forward from here.
And I wouldn't
The
mind
next
it-
time that ball went up should have been final whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And instead, they'll get a go now.
That'd be annoying.
If they scored, I'd hate that.
Right.
Good pass. Come on then.
Right.
We
Give it
said
back.
2-0. We said
back.
2-0.
Give it him back. Oh, that is so shit, Ronnie.
Could you do less?
Honestly.
Right,
Yes. Don't matter. Get involved in the comments. In fact, no, don't get involved in the comments. We've got a pinned link, I think, to the post-match review. Me and Joe are going to be doing a live afterwards, yeah?
Yep.
There should be a chat in there. Tom, just get your thoughts before we wrap up. What did you think of that game performance?
It doesn't really matter, does it? I think you said how giddy you were after Liverpool.
Yeah.
I needed it to be backed up to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So 2 wins in a week.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good place to be, and they'll build on that. They'll get better at that kind of game.
It felt like a very sort of, almost like that's a performance you'd want.
Yeah.
You're going away to a team that are decent, clean sheet, relatively comfortable. I know they had quite a lot of the ball, so it wasn't like it was completely back to the wall. I don't know, it just felt like a very, very solid performance today.
Yeah.
We've not said a solid performance other than the Liverpool game for quite a while for Manchester United, especially away from home.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It was all right with that, wasn't it?
It was all right, that. Make sure, if you're not doing already, you are subscribing to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. We want to get to 700,000 subscribers. With your support, we can do it. Tom, where can people find you?
Oh, I have socials.
Plug
I have
whatever
some
you need to plug,
socials,
my friend.
I'll just get me on Instagram. Obviously, Stephen Tries podcast,
Right,
Stephen Tries
okay, good
YouTube
stuff.
channel. You'd probably find me on there somewhere.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Very funny stuff. You know where to find you, Sloppy Joes, as well, innit?
Yeah.
And more importantly, over on the post-match review now, me and Joe are going to be doing a live on the post-match stuff as well. So make sure you're checking out Tom at Stephen Tries. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel. Check out Sloppy Joes as well. This has been the Watchalong, where Manchester United have won away from home. It's a miracle. 1-0 at St Mary's. Thanks for watching.